separation of powers and the checks and balances system, that judges are more of a lifelong term, just so they aren't like.
Do you know which judges he is talking about? He's talking about, when he's talking about like these judges can't do this, he's talking about district court judges, not Supreme Court judges. The district court judge believe that they have the power of the president. They don't. Those are the Supreme Court justices that have those similar powers, or federal judges. Like, come on now.
Okay. Well,
Like,
I do
like,
believe it was the Supreme Court judges.
who said what did the Supreme Court judge rule against him, and he continued to do, and he didn't defy their actions?
No, wasn't it about deporting just people in general? Like he's like, hey, you have to stop doing that, and he's like, this is unconstitutional and everything like that.
I don't remember that. I remember that he said the Supreme Court said you can't deport people under the Alien Enemies Act without them first going to court, right?
And hasn't he done that before?
What you mean?
Hasn't he done that? I guess another example is with this
Abrego
stupid
Garcia?
MS-13 stuff where he kind of just deported that guy without any due process.
Abrego Garcia received his due process in 2019. What you talking about? You want to know what happened in 2019?
He missed 3 court dates too.
In 2019, I'll say it quick. In 2019, Abrego Garcia saw immigration judge, Judge Kessler. Judge Kessler adjudicated him as an MS-13 gang member and said that he could be deported, but he couldn't be deported to El Salvador. They appealed that case, and then the appeal judge said, I agree with Judge Kessler, the first person. So I'll give you, he shouldn't have been sent to El Salvador without first this happening. One, they do they're supposed to be like a NCIS interviewer, and type of interviewer say, why do you not want to go to El Salvador? He gonna say, oh, because I fear for my life. Why? Because of the gangs. And then he gonna say, the president have took care of the gang problem. So why are you afraid of going back to El Salvador?
Well,
Garcia beat his wife too.
Well, I just want to say, there's a couple of things I want to say. So, first of all, that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. If the president of the United States took care of the gangs in El Salvador,
No. Not the president of the United States. The president. I missed. If you heard, if I said that, I misspoken. Bukele took care of the gang problem in El Salvador. So Abrego Garcia should not have any fear of going to El Salvador. That's what I should have said. My bad. I forgot the name. Sorry.
I also want to say this as well. So, if he was associated with a gang in the past and he cut ties, yes, you know what? I mean, if that happened to me, would I be scared? Yes, of course, because you're going to be associated with it no matter what. That's exactly how that would work.
They took care of the gang problem.
Okay, so let me ask you this. If I was in the past, this is not true at all, but if I was a neo-Nazi and then I was like, nope, I'm not a neo-Nazi anymore, and I went to, jail or somewhere else that has a lot of neo-Nazis in there, would I be scared because they can associate me with that? Yes, of course, even though I'm like, I do not associate with you. Would you be scared if that was something like that with you?
Bruh, if the most secure prison in the world, like one of the most secure prison in the world, is that not where he's at right now?
Well, I'm going to be honest. That's not one of the most secure prisons in the world. It's Blackwater prisons.
He said one of the most
because they're illegal.
Prisons. Don't get them mixed up, man.
I restated my thing. Sometimes I may misspeak. English is my second language. So when I misspeak, I'll try to correct myself. He went to one of the most secure prisons in the world. Like, come on now. Like, does that prison have a history of gang members killing other gang members?
No, sir.
I mean, well, here's the thing. I mean, if I claim to have one of the most secure prisons in the world, would I tell people that there's a bunch of gang violence in there, or people or gang members are killing other gang members?
Even if you didn't tell people, the information would still come out.
No, that's not.
How? Okay, so you tell me the prison is unsecure, but information can't leave the prison.
Well, let me just give you another example. What about the opiate epidemic?
Go ahead.
What about the opiate epidemic?
The opioid epidemic, right? That's what you're talking about? in
Well, I'm just
America?
bringing this. I'm just bringing this up as an example because they did try to hide it. They were actively hiding it. So how are you're telling me that they cannot be actively hiding it right now?
Wait. Who? When you say they are trying to hide an opioid epidemic, who
So
are you
I'm
talking
talking
about?
about. So I'm making a little comparison between the opiate epidemic and just big pharma hiding the fact that they knew that opiates were more addictive, and I'm making that comparison to.
Everybody knew that. There, bro.
Hey, no,
You
no,
Hey, can I cut y'all off for just one
no,
second?
go
they
ahead.
they did not know that.
Hey, Menace, I'm gonna mess with you, bro. I love what you're doing out here, dog. Take it easy.
All right, then, bro.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what you mean? What you mean? Who didn't know that they had a big problem with substances in America?
No, so I'm saying that big pharma did know that they did, and they actively hid it. But the average American person did not know that.
Bro, what you mean? We've been knowing this. We've
No,
been knowing
oh,
people
no,
would
okay,
take
okay,
these
okay.
substances and then they'll
So
get off of them and then they'll try to seek them to the point where they go to I'm taking like illicit or illegal version of these substances because they're trying to scratch that itch that they had. Like if you didn't know
so
this, you could say you didn't know this, but people knew
no,
we
no,
had a
no.
problem with stuff.
No, okay, no. I I want you to I'm not explaining it as well as I can be right now. So I'm saying that Big Pharma actively knew that it was very addictive when they were doing their test trials and when they started it. Later on, it did show that it was very addictive. I am agreeing with you with that. I'm saying at first they were hiding it and just trying to get doctors to prescribe that to people. And that is very well documented. And I'm comparing it to them in prison. What if they are actively hiding information that there's a bunch of gang violence or gangs killing gangs? They can easily hide that. It's not like they have press there or people that are like, "Oh, I saw this. Well, I'm reporting it right away." Like, wouldn't you also think that, if that did happen, they would be like, "Hey, I don't want you to say that. We have a reputation of being the most secure prison in the world,
Bro,
and we get more
information would happen.
inmates and we get more paid."
Information could get out, bro. Like, how do we know all the stuff going on in China, and you're telling me that information can't get out of this particular prison in El Salvador?
I can agree with you with that, but I'm saying they also can hide it as well.
Wait, quick thing,
I
quick
mean,
thing.
I mean,
Yo,
using your China example,
wait,
if you if you
wait,
talk
stop,
about Tiananmen
Yo,
Square,
yo,
that
chill
you
out.
can't do that.
I was trying to introduce the other guy real quick, dang it all, but go ahead, continue.
Well, with your example of China, they actively hide Tiananmen Square. You cannot look at that in China.
But we
So
could
you're
look at that
telling
in
me that they
America. So if they
okay,
had
but you're
that
telling me
issue,
no,
we
no,
would
no.
get that
So
information
you're
from
telling
them
me that
because
they can't actively hide that information. They can't actively like take it away from people.
wait, quick thing. Is it Devil Chicken?
Yeah.
What's up?
Hello.
What's up? Go ahead. Wait, first of all, what's your opinion on this particular subject? Do you believe Trump is a fascist, racist, or a dictator?
Do you know the 7 marks of a fascist?
Go ahead, tell us.
I don't need to say. I'm asking, do you know what they are?
Go ahead, tell us.
I'm asking, do you know
If
what
you're
they
trying to
are?
make your point, make your point.
My point is he meets the first 3. He has a almost infantilistic view of the U.S. to the point where it's pushing him to extremist beliefs and
You said
ideology. He doesn't.
infantilize, like he's like seeing that as kids.
No. It means he sexualizes it. It's a fantasy of his. Just shut up and listen, dude. It's a big word. I know. I'm sorry. The second one is he stirs up the racist right, specifically on
No,
the
he
idea
doesn't.
that they are owed. I'm talking. They
Yeah,
are
and you're
owed
fucking
this country.
wrong. Just because you say
How am
something,
I
don't mean we
wrong?
gotta
No,
listen.
go.
How does he
You
stir
don't
up the
just say
racist
you're
right?
wrong. You
How
don't
does he
just
stir up
say
the
you're
racist
wrong.
right?
Hey, you want to have a debate? Fine. You
How
don't
does
just
he
say you're
stir up
wrong.
the racist right?
You don't. How does he stir up the racist right? Are you really asking that? Okay, you're serious. Okay.
Bro, you
So
can't just
the
say you're
comment
serious
about
or you
I'm
asking that and
talking,
that makes
I
your
am
point, bro.
talking,
That's not how
I
you make
am
a point.
talking,
Make your point. How
I
does
am
he stir
talking,
up the
bud.
racist
Bud,
right?
you asked the question. Do you want the
How does
answer or
he
do you want me
stir
just not to talk? You want the,
how does he stir up the
if you
racist
want the
right?
answer, you have to shut
How does he stir up the racist right? Go
your
ahead.
One of
Talk.
us talks
Go
and one
ahead.
of us doesn't. All right,
How
you're
does he
gonna
stir up
shut
the
up?
racist right?
Great. They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats.
Okay. What does that explain how that stirs up the racist right?
Haitians are eating the dogs and eating the cat.
Explain how
Does
that
that-
stirs up the racist right.
Are you asking a legitimate question?
Yes, I just did. I asked you
So
how
he's
does
taking
that.
a small dude. He's taking a small minority and saying they are known to do heinous crimes, which none of them have been founded to be true. So
First
you
of all,
explain how that is not racist.
I'm
You explain
Haitian.
how that's not racist.
Want me to explain?
You're Haitian.
As a Haitian, you want me to explain to you how that's not racist? Because
You're Haitian. Okay,
not
of course you are.
Not dogs specifically, but Haitians have been known to eat cats. Want me to pull
No,
up like
they
a
haven't.
video of them doing that right now?
Go ahead, do it.
All right. I'll pull up a video of them doing that right now because that's not
I'll
like
wait.
something
I'm
new.
patient.
Go ahead, bro. But continue on. What's your other points? That how he
No,
that
I'm gonna
how
be
does he
patient.
stir
You
up
said
the
you were gonna
racist
bring
right?
up the video. You said you were gonna bring up the video. I'll be patient. Okay, so it's a video you had. Okay, yeah. That's not pulling up a
What is
video.
that? What is that?
Would
What is
be
that
me,
being
like,
cooked
having
up
a
right
speech
now?
and then saying, "Hold on,
Okay,
let me pull
okay.
up this
My other
speech."
thing about that
Okay.
too is
Stop.
where was that?
Stop. Wait.
That's African.
They're speaking Creole. What are you talking about?
Wow, dude. That's
I'm
sad.
Haitian. I speak that language. How are you gonna tell me they're speaking? That's in Africa. She was literally speaking my native language. You're gonna tell me that's in Africa? Maybe you're the racist here. How you gonna come out here and tell me, oh, he's saying that this about Haiti, and I'm the Haitian? Sorry. Back to you.
Well, I mean, my only question about that video is where was that video?
In Haiti,
Oh,
the
well,
lady was
that's-
speaking Creole. She
Okay,
was saying
well,
that she
so
had her
you're
cat tied
kinda-
up because she's afraid that they're gonna come and eat her cat.
Well, that's different. That's not
There-
in America. That's not in America. He was
Where
talking
did these
about in
people?
America, correct?
No. He was talking about Haitians
no,
in
he was-
America.
he
Do
was-
people not bring their
He was
cultures
saying,
when they
okay, so
migrate?
the whole thing that Donald Trump was talking about was they're eating cats and dogs in America.
Who was
yeah.
eating the cats and dogs in America?
Your video was saying that it's in another country. It's not
What
here.
country was those people from? He was talking about.
I literally. Okay, so it's the U.S.
Where
He
they
was
hate-
talking about the United States.
Okay,
President
he was talking
Trump
about
was
in the
saying that they're
United
eating cats and
States.
dogs.
What race of people? What
What
race of people he was talking about?
I believe he was talking about the Haitians, but that
Okay,
also
then.
does not.
Well, stop. Mr.
Not
Kia
true.
Palacayol. Got it, Sawi.
Yo, ki kakak bin pale la men. So kung e pou fen, pou ka pa lave moun do men.
Saka, what is this? Give me Sasaye. Mathematics? Sasaye. Mathemedon. If you, what am I saying? What am I lying about? You want to come here speaking Creole? What am I lying about? Is that not true?
What are you talking about?
Is what
How
did the
many
lady?
Haitian-
What did the lady just
How many
say?
Haitians
What
do
did the
you
lady
ever
just
see
say?
eating cat in the US?
What did the lady just say?
You don't answer the question. How many Haitians do you see eating cat in the US?
Usually when people come here, they don't do that. But do Haitians eat cat? Yes or
Exactly.
no?
So what do you?
Do
what
Haitians
you
eat
talking
cat?
about? The
Yes
men-
or no?
the-
Do Haitians eat cat?
the
Yes or
men-
no?
That was not the question.
Stop.
That was
No. This is
literally-
for Ronald. Ronald, do Haitians eat cat? Yes or no? Go ahead, unmute. Do Haitians eat cat, Ronald? Yes or no? I don't think he's gonna. You gotta unmute. Why he unmutes? But what are you about to say?
It's not all Haitians that eat cat, man.
Stop.
Nonsense,
So it's
man.
not all Haitians eat cat, but
You're
Haitians do eat cat.
imbecile, man.
Do Haitians eat cat?
You come here defend-
Do Haitians
you-
eat cat?
you come here defending
Do
that
Haitians eat
business,
cat?
man.
Do Haitians eat cat? Yes or no?
You just
Do
a house-
Haitians
I-
eat cat? Yes or
It's
no?
not all Haitian that eat cat. Do not
It's
come
not
with this
all-
shit out
okay,
here, man.
I agree with you. It's
There's
not
no
all Haitian that eat cat.
here. There
But
is
they-
not- there is no process. Listen, there is.
Oh my
there-
goodness,
First
bruh,
of all,
bruh,
when the man
you
said that,
asked
he
the
said that
question.
politically. Okay,
You
he said that
answered
for
it.
political gain. Okay. Just like you're signing a lot of laws, just because you don't like this, you don't like that. So stop being an ass, man. Do
Stop.
not
Do
come
it.
out here talking this kind of bullshit, man.
See how he said not all Haitians eat cat. So if he say not all Haitians eat cat, that means some of them do, right? He want to say that when they come over here, they don't do
And
that.
I as a white man can also eat rat. That doesn't mean anything.
And
I
Koreans
could
eat
literally go
dogs.
out
They
and eat a
literally
rat.
made Koreans eat dogs. In 2024
Oh,
is when
all of
Koreans
them?
made
All of them?
eating dog illegal. In
All of them?
2024, Koreans made eating dog illegal. So before that, yes, they were eating dog. I had friends when
Okay, and
when I was stationed
what
in
absurd
Japan.
laws they have
Stop,
around the entire world? You cannot own more than 5 dildos in fucking Texas. That's a real law.
Listen.
That does not mean shit.
When I was stationed in Japan, I have friends that had a missions to Korea, and during that time, they went to farms that were made for processing
hold on.
dogs.
You
So-
coming to defend Trump? Let me hear what you're saying. You
Do
coming to
Haitians eat
defend
cat?
Trump?
Yes or no? You already said not all of
Answer
them.
my.
Do
I
Haitians
said
eat cat?
not all
Cats?
Haitians
Yes.
eat cat.
So
But
some
there
of them
is
do.
no Haitian
Yes.
that can eat cat. There is no Haitian eating cat in the U.S. So when he said that, he know what he was saying. It's for idiot like you. It's to back him up.
Bro, so
Okay?
you tell me, so you admit it do happen.
Let
You're
me
just
say it
saying it
again.
doesn't happen in America.
Can I ask you a question?
You didn't answer my question.
Is America hating?
Did you answer my question?
Is America hating?
Please answer my
How many
question.
Haitian that you know that eat?
Battle. I'm gonna
That's
leave.
like you saying you see Chinese
They
eating.
don't.
Okay, I'm gonna mute
For the
this
sake
dude.
of argument, they don't eat cats. But were they unaliving ducks? Were they going to ponds and pulling ducks, ripping the heads off and throwing them on the park grounds and taking them back to eat? Yes or no?
You gotta unmute. I keep muting you because you keep just talking over me, and then you try to say I gotta answer your question, and you're not answering my questions.
I think you just being an idiot, man. Come to defend this man. You is a house Negro, man. You is the same
Oh
Negro
my
right now.
goodness!
If they
Someone
still
call me a
slavery,
house Negro.
you
Oh, I care.
they
Why?
would have still.
Who are you, bro? You don't mean shit to me.
Leave my
You don't
Uncle
mean nothing
Tom
to me. I
alone,
don't.
man.
Go ahead, insult me. I don't care.
If our ancestors came alive,
You
they
could
would kill
insult
your
me.
ass
I
because
don't
you would
care.
have sold us. You would have sold us out.
What?
Okay,
What you
that's
said?
all I know.
What? I would. What?
If
Go
our,
ahead. Huh? What?
if our ancestors were alive, they would have killed you at that time because you
Then
would
you
have
come
sold
do
them
it.
out.
Why don't you do it
You're a
then?
traitor.
Why don't you do it then? Then shut
I
up.
will do it.
Then shut up.
You're a traitor.
What's wrong? What's the problem with Trump? How come you don't have a problem with Hillary Clinton? Do you have a problem with Hillary Clinton? Y'all, you love the Democratic Party, but you don't have a problem with Hillary Clinton. You want to talk about what Hillary Clinton did to Haiti? You want to talk about when all the money that was supposed to go to Haiti that Hillary Clinton like just took and stuff like that? The Clinton Foundation, most of that money didn't go to Haiti. But you want to talk about I'm the traitor, but y'all would defend the Democrat Party so much because he said,
Oh, they built like 7 houses there with all that money, didn't they?
bro.
Was
Exactly,
it total
bro.
of like 7 houses?
They sent like billions of dollars to Haiti through the Clinton Foundation, but I can't. But they don't talk about nothing about Democrats. But if I say, Trump is good, they're like, oh my goodness, how you vote for Trump? The Democrats don't do shit for me. Look what the Democrats did in Haiti. You want to talk about me being Haitian, right, and me supporting Trump? What have the Democrats done for Haiti? What have the Democrat Party done for Haiti? With the billions of dollars that went through the Clinton Foundation, why didn't you just give it to the government of Haiti? Why didn't they give it to the people of Haiti? No, they had to give it to the daggone through the Clinton Foundation. Then most of that money don't end up in Haiti. But I'm the sellout. Like, y'all said y'all would unalive me if we was alive back then. Then do it now then. If y'all have a problem with me, but y'all don't have a problem with Hillary Clinton. Y'all don't have a problem with the Democratic Party. Hillary Clinton's a Democrat. Y'all don't have a problem with what they do. But I'm the problem. I'm the traitor. Like, come on now, bro. This is why I don't care what people say about me.
You're talking about the party that wants to give 16-year-olds the right to vote, but they can't tell you what a woman is. They can't freaking. It's okay, but you can go and fight for your country at 18. You can have student loans at 18. You can buy cigarettes at 18. You can't buy liquor or firearms because your frontal lobes aren't developed enough at 18, but you can vote and you can decide what gender you want to be at 6.
Bro, the Democrat Party don't make sense. Like, come on now. Like, they try to say Trump is a dictator because he's not following the law. He's not sitting in the Supreme Court. When Biden ignored the student loan repayment thing, the Supreme Court said, you can't repay student loans like that. You can't do that. Biden was like, I'ma do it anyways. And the Democrat Party was like, I don't see nothing. I don't see Biden doing anything wrong. Like, come on now. They want to. What's up? Go ahead.
I've said it before. I've said it 100 times before. I've even said it on your lives, man. Left, right, black, white, all wings on the same jive-ass turkey. It's about divisionism. And we live in a cage without bars, and it's the perception of freedom that makes it that way. And you tell a man you're fighting for your freedom, he will fight tooth and nail to protect that cage.
But I got a question for you. I hear your views about this, but is there any country better than America that you would rather live in?
Oh, fuck no.
Even with you saying this, I will still say the greatest country in the world is America. With Trump in America, we are getting back on top. When Biden was in America, I'm like, oh my goodness. Like when Biden was in charge, I wasn't rooting against him because rooting against Biden is gonna directly screw over America. I was just like, damn, bruh. I hope he don't F up too bad.
Yeah, but if you're on the center, you have no choice but to vote for the lesser of two evils, and in this case, it was Trump.
What's up, Dr. Doom?
I'm the first to admit.
Yo, so what's going on? Is he a racist or a dictator? He's both.
Explain it, please.
He's both. I know. I mean, getting rid of Mexicans is like all across the board. He doesn't really want immigrants here. He doesn't want me and you here.
Stop. He doesn't want immigrants or illegal immigrants.
Legal and illegal.
Then how come he haven't kicked me out? I'm a legal immigrant.
I mean, this is exactly what the Nazis did. I mean, they targeted every group one by one because nobody cared. I mean, like, this is just a rinse and repeat of history.
How have Trump targeted legal immigrants?
I mean, he's literally going after courts that are like, trying to help people.
Wait. You mean the court with Judge Mugen, I believe her name is, when she told, hey, yo, the illegal immigrant, go out this side door because ICE is coming? That's who you're defending?
I mean, I'm defending the fact that you can't really deport a 4-year-old with cancer, dude.
Wait, if the 4-year-old's parents is illegal and the parents get deported, do we just keep the child?
I mean, you can keep all of them, to be honest. Immigrants make up most of our economy.
You said, wait, stop. You have to make a distinction when you say immigrants and illegal immigrants. There's a difference.
Migrants in it. I mean, immigrants, migrants, whatever. I mean,
so you can't say you tell me illegal immigrants make up the economy.
I mean, yeah. I mean, they make up most of our blue collar work.
So you say so you tell me that illegal immigrants make up the most blue collar work. Do they get paid the same as a U.S. citizen?
No, that's because of the failure of corporate America, because people are exploited every day.
Let me play devil's advocate for a second.
Wait. If they come here and you allow them to get exploited, isn't that means you're in support of some form of slave labor?
No. I mean, no one's really allowing them to get exploited. I mean, it's like people are just getting very underpaid. There's nothing else you really can do being illegal.
They're getting underpaid because they're illegal, and we'll allow them to come here so they could get exploited by businesses, which is a form of like slave labor. Because people say, I want avocados to be cheap. That's why I want illegal people here. It's like the the back. What's up? Who's that? Is that wait, Jonathan? And what's up? Go ahead. What's up? Or that's someone else.
That's why Democrats support unions and workers' rights and a path to citizenship, so that immigrants can come here, become citizens, and not get exploited.
Okay,
it's not just slave labor.
Under Biden, what law did they form to make a pathway for citizenship for the illegal immigrants that are already here?
They've been trying to reform the immigration system forever, and the Republicans have.
What was the bill that they proposed?
It's a two-party system. The bipartisan border bill.
That was the
bipartisan border bill that Trump passed. It hired more judges, more people to handle the immigration flow, so that it would be a better working system.
No, that just allowed more illegals to come in, and if it passes a certain number,
it never passed because of Trump. Because it was in a good bill. Because Trump needed immigration to be a shit show so that he could get scared Republicans to vote for it. No.
How many people?
It was bipartisan. It was supported. It was going to pass, and then Trump made a call and put the kibosh on it.
What was the bill
because they
stating
need
it would
people
do?
like you to make immigration.
What was the bill stating it would do? What was the bill stating
it was going to? It was going to hire more border patrol to make the border safer. It was going to hire more judges. It was going to hire more immigration. Hold on, let me finish. Let me finish.
Bro, you're just
let me finish. It was going to hire more immigration officials to make the immigration system work better so that people wouldn't get exploited like you're talking about.
So would it allow more people to come in through the border?
No.
No, it was going to hire more.
It said
It was actually conservative. It was actually.
It was going to secure the borders even more.
It said that 5,000 people could.
No, it wasn't. No,
it said that
no,
5,000 people could come through the border a day before that. Before the president could use his powers to stop it.
The only person that didn't like it was Trump. Republicans supported it. Democrats supported it.
Instead of Lakin, something like that. Who else supported it?
Lincoln Riley.
Not Lincoln Riley. It was like the senator that worked on the bill was like thing like John Lakin or something like that.
I'm not talking about the Lincoln Riley nonsense.
Not that. I'm not talking about Lincoln Riley. I'm talking about the one support
immigrant killing an American citizen is nonsense.
No, wait, quick.
The law was redundant.
You're saying that's nonsense.
Stop. Using a poor little girl for political gain.
Stop.
Yes, you're exploiting a poor girl to promote racism.
Stop.
How is that racism?
Yo, chill out.
We already
so
have
how many
laws
people was allowed to cross
issue.
under the bipartisan border bill? How many people are allowed to cross?
Do you guys really think the border does anything?
Trump saved our border is down 94%. We're fucking chilling. Democrats are stupid. We're fucking chilling.
And I came up because I was interested in what you were saying about Haiti after the earthquake. I think you have some misapprehensions about how that all worked.
Y'all see Haiti?
The money didn't go to the Clinton Foundation?
Correct. The money did not
go. Are you guys
to
talking about Haiti? You know, the place that's still being exploited by the American government today? Didn't we just replace one of their government officials back in 2021?
They have a government.
So yeah, that we destabilized every year.
You destabilized them?
Yeah, we do. The CIA has admitted to this.
Okay. Stop. Hey, you guys. Let's first before we get into Haiti, let's finish this discussion about the daggone border bill and stuff right there. You're telling me the bipartisan border bill that had Republican support. Tell me who are the Republicans that supported the bill, other than the dude that wrote the bill. Who else supported it, and how many illegals were going to allow to enter the country per day?
That I don't think any were. That doesn't make any sense.
They're not allowed. They come through. It's illegal.
There was nothing in the border bill about allowing.
They are. I would assume more border patrol would mean less
stop. So you mean you don't understand what? So y'all never looked up what was in the border bill?
I don't have the answer to your two gotcha questions.
It's not a gotcha question.
What is
literally the basic question.
The bill's not good.
It's literally the problem with the bill.
Breaking the 14th Amendment.
If someone was allowed in the country under a law, they would be illegal.
They weren't.
No,
First of all, stop being so scared of immigrants, dude. Stop fucking being scared.
I am an immigrant.
Okay, then what are you doing?
It's the problem with illegal immigration is different.
Our problem is corporate.
He won't take away your status.
Everybody in America loves immigration. If you're illegal, completely different. Completely.
Hold on. Let's talk about this.
They don't like taxes. Illegals don't pay shit. And who knows?
You're
play devil's advocate for a second.
Hey.
Let's have
we try talking one at a
time. Bullshit.
Hey, y'all can't be doing that. Just start yelling all over each other. We gotta have like some sense of decorum. All right, now we're currently talking right now about the daggone bipartisan border bill. And how was it bipartisan when it was like one Republican worked on it? And who were the Republicans that supported it? And the thing that people didn't like about the bipartisan, y'all can unmute yourself. The thing people didn't like about the bipartisan border bill is it just codified illegal immigration. Just saying, oh, we allow 5,000 in per day. And if it goes over 6,000 or 7,000, then the president can close down the border. He didn't have to.
No.
No,
that's not how it worked.
Then explain.
That's not how it works. Because it doesn't make any sense. If somebody's allowed in under a law, then they're a legal immigrant.
Did it give him
why are we even focused on the illegal immigration?
No, of course not. That's not how that works either.
Then so did it give him residency?
You mean a green card?
Yes.
They don't deserve residency.
No.
Then how did they make it? How did they make them legal residents of America?
It wasn't a path. There was no pathway to citizenship in the bill. The bill was a border.
What happened in New York?
What?
Where illegal immigrants got housing, they got EBT cards. I mean, what's going on?
Yeah, I know what you. I know the Fox.
You're talking about USA.
No, that's Fox News. But
Yes.
I'm sorry, but that's
yeah,
real life.
Eric Adams even
That's
talked
real
about
life.
that. Eric Adams talked about that they had like they're giving like food cards. It was
Adams
a similar
is
EBT.
reaction.
They were able to stay in these hotels
Well
for
over
extended periods of time.
billions
My
of
man,
dollars.
as a Haitian,
Kind of sad.
you have to know that Trump he's eliminating
Taxpayer
TPS. Can I talk for a second?
Fuck
He's
off.
eliminating TPS for Haitian immigrants. Haitian immigrants who came to the United States legally under humanitarian parole. He's revoking humanitarian parole. He's now declared Vivre Ensemble and Grand Griffe as international tea organizations, which he's going to use as an excuse to round up Haitians en masse. I mean, this is going to be happening.
Because they eat dogs and they eat cats.
Say again?
All right,
You heard what I said?
What?
Said, did I stutter?
Did you just say that
We
the
didn't hear
host
what you
eats
said,
dogs and cats?
Hey, the Koreans eat dogs. They literally make
do
eating
Haitians.
dogs in 2024
Haitians-
illegal. Haitians
Dude,
eat
Haitians-
cats. Haitians are not known for
No,
eating
they don't.
dogs.
They do it for sacrifice worship too. I mean,
I don't know. There is some sacrifice worship for voodoo, but majority of people don't practice that.
Yeah.
I literally have heard Haitians talking about they cat before. Because I live in America, I don't do that.
All the weird shit is way more common than you think it is. Like, we ain't all into that, but
Who
Hey,
cares?
people in America eat mountain lions.
I mean,
no, they don't. They're
yes,
like-
yes, nigga.
Some
Yes, we
people-
do.
some- okay,
Bro,
I live
my
in the Appalachians.
in-laws,
We fucking
my
do.
in-laws from
People do,
Colorado hunt and
they're-
eat mountain
okay,
lions.
Come on.
Yes, we
Of
eat
course,
anything.
you
Now
said
this
My
guy's talking
wife
out of his head.
my wife have ate mountain lion. What are you talking about?
All right.
She's from Colorado. What you mean?
Colorado,
Haitians
you're
eat,
right,
people
you're
eat
right,
some
you're
weird
right, you're
stuff.
right.
Why
but people-
are we talking
Relax,
about that?
you're right.
I'm talking about
I mean,
TPS
Those are
and
like, you
humanitarian
shouldn't even
parole
eat
being.
those because those are kind of going extinct.
What is your
Okay, back
guys'
to-
problem with mass immigration? I mean, we have more things to worry about. Like our
You
government's
eat
literally
that
turned into a
one
fascist
extinct.
theocracy.
You
We're
can eat
literally
them,
run
bro.
by corporate
Relax.
organizations. People are dying every day. Addictions. I mean, our own governments, our own people are pumping in drugs throughout our fucking East Coast.
Southern
I mean,
border.
like,
Wait,
it's bad over here, dog.
stop. Aren't we trying to like block the border so drugs can't flood into America?
I mean, no. I mean, we're the ones flooding the drugs in.
Immigration
Our-
down
what-
94%.
It's not even
what are we
like
flooding?
illegal
What,
immigration.
what substances are we flooding into America?
it's mostly fentanyl. Mostly
Where is that
fentanyl.
coming from?
China.
China,
mostly.
China.
So you don't see what Trump's doing to stop that?
No,
Nope.
Trump.
I don't.
Wait,
The terrorists are actually
one thing these terrorists are doing-
It's like a huge problem.
Yo, one thing these terrorists are doing, China ain't bringing shit over to America, right?
Yeah, but they make everything we have.
Yeah, we're about
Bro,
to. We're
and
about
you-
to
We're also about to
here's
lose
that.
Taiwan in 5
They
years.
make
Wait,
more
wait,
money
wait,
than their
wait, wait.
people make no money.
You say that we're about to lose Taiwan in 5 years?
Listen to what I'm saying.
No.
Dude, Taiwan doesn't got long left.
Okay, if we're about to lose Taiwan, no, I got a question for you. If
Aren't
we're
they-
about,
they're-
no, quick
Yeah.
question. If we're about to lose Taiwan in 5 years, right? And that would mean we would have to go to war with China. If China makes all of our stuff currently right now, if we go to war with them, they will be able to hinder us by not sending anything to us during the time of war. So wouldn't it make more sense right now in a time of peace to become more self-sufficient than wait till China attacks Taiwan, cuts us off, and then try to be self-sufficient?
I mean,
India
isolationism
just
just
making
doesn't
our
work.
shit.
No, that's not what I said. That's not what I said. I asked a particular question about if you think we're going to go to war with China, and you say we're currently dependent on China right now. If we go to war with China, they will be able to hinder us by cutting off stuff, all the material stuff that they make in China, and by not sending it to America. So wouldn't it make more sense during the time of peace to, you know what, let's start making more stuff in America? Does that not make more sense to you?
No, not really. I mean, up in the tariffs on literally every country possible. I can understand just China. I mean, you can even find, if you can find that excusable, they overwhelm us in trade completely. I mean, no one's talking about how, you know, that we get most of our trees that we build everything with from like Canada, right? And that's
Okay.
going to cause lumbering to go out. So
We don't
we're
have
also
to, though.
eliminating
Stop.
protection from
We gotta get-
natural places. I mean, we're
You
fucking
got-
up most of our forests. This is not going to help us
So
long
wait,
term.
let's focus on no. Let's go back to this Taiwan thing. You're not really answering that question. You tell me it's
I'm
not
not really worried about China. I'm mostly worried about
you just brought it
a proxy
up.
war happening.
Bring up a timer, please.
Okay.
Here,
Do you think
timer,
we should make our own thing if we're gonna go to war with China?
Yes.
Yes.
So is it one way to do that by making it so hard to get things from China that businesses like, you know what? It would be a lot cheaper to pay American citizens if we're about to go to war in 5 years with China.
No, that's not how this works.
of our
We've been
medicine.
fucked since
We
NAFTA.
have to fix our fucking shit. Like, if we go to war with them, we're fucked.
This
We
doesn't
have
make
to
sense.
make
You're
our
telling
own
me
shit.
that we have an issue where they make all of our stuff, and you also tell me that they're gonna go to war over Taiwan, but we shouldn't make our own stuff. And first of all, China wouldn't win. They don't have a blue water navy. America's the only country have China would get Somali
China. I mean, they only overpower us in trade power. That's what we should mainly be focused on. But like, I'm more focused on the fact that, I mean, a lot of the stuff going on in the Middle East will lead to another proxy war. I mean, we're probably more likely to have another Middle East war than like going to war with China. I mean, like, it's really just going to go that way.
So
But the issue is that if you want an onshore industry, you have to do it with a plan. You can't just blow up global trade and then expect American industry to create itself.
No,
Well, they had a plan to destroy American
I'll say something particular. Let me say something real quick.
Actually, they didn't.
I kind of agree with y'all when y'all say that we shouldn't, like, what we're doing to China with the tariffs, we shouldn't do to everybody else. Because I feel like a 10%, 20% tariff incentivizes people to come to the table and talk about, hey, let's make a deal. What we're doing to China is specifically to hurt their economy. Like,
Look, in a couple of weeks, listen,
because
in a couple of weeks,
every other country, we're gonna do a 10%, 20% tariff, and then they put a pause on the tariff so they could negotiate, right?
Sort of. In a couple of weeks, shelves are going to be empty in stores across the
Shelves
United
of what?
States.
Wait. What products will be empty off the shelves? Would it be food? Would it be food?
There's going to be food. There's going to be.
China doesn't make
We have the
food.
biggest agriculture in the world. What do you mean? We'll have plenty of food.
China doesn't make food. China's not known for food production. So
Pay attention.
Explain to me how there's gonna be a food production. That's the most important thing.
Because a lot of our food is imported.
From where?
No, it's not.
Is it imported from China?
No.
It's imported from all over the world, and global shipping is grinding to a halt.
You got a computer in front of you? What percentage of our food is imported from China? I'd guess like maybe 3%.
No, but what I'm saying is global shipping is grinding.
Hey, look, man, if you want child labor to keep going in China, that's good. All you got to do is child labor.
I'm telling you guys, pay attention to what's happening in the port of Los Angeles, the port of Long Beach.
Stop. Those are stuff
Miami.
coming from China. On the West Coast is like the largest importer of stuff from China. I'll agree with you.
Yeah.
A lot of the
like
stuff
to
that they're
defend
importing
him
from
for a
China
second.
is coming to a halt. But when you're talking about stuff that are not of the most important thing. They're important stuff that's coming in there from China. But the main important thing is food. If we're still gonna have food coming in, then that's gonna be good.
Go to a grocery store in the United States. Look where the produce comes from.
Does it come from China?
Mostly the United States.
Chile. It comes from Mexico.
It comes from Ecuador.
We get avocados from Mexico. That's one of the only few things we get from Mexico is avocados.
No, wait. You tell me that global.
That's not true, actually.
You tell me
Mexico is
that
one of the
global
largest
shipping is coming to a
exporters the
halt
United States.
because we're importing,
Also,
and it's not
cars
going to
come from
affect
Mexico.
food. You tell me global shipping is coming to a halt, and it's because the stuff we're importing is coming from China, right? Or is it just food in general?
No, it's because of Trump's trade war.
What is not coming in?
Because international shippers don't think that they can count on the United States.
What
to buy
are those
their
people
products.
shipping? What are those people shipping?
Everything.
Like?
The entire global economy is globalized. Everything.
You're not telling me the things they're shipping. Like, what are the products? Because it seems like most of the stuff that's coming from China is coming to a halt. Like, when you're talking about like food-wise,
But
food
things
is the
from
most
China,
important
things
thing.
from Southeast Asia, things from Latin America, everything is grinding to a halt. This is all.
I have a question. What is
Host, pay attention.
Host, thanks for having me up. They want to talk about China. Guess what, Mr. You want to talk about China? The president of the United States has he has implemented tariffs. We are in negotiations right now with China If you've ever heard of something called dumping, this is what they want to do, and this is what they need to do. Because guess what? We have a president that has said, with the last little years that he has left in his term,
God willing,
to change America, he has went and said we need to manufacture things here. If things hit the wall, we don't need to be on China's titty. We need to pivot, and we need to do it now. We have a president that is taking these measures. Guess what? When you go, it's called needs versus wants. When you go to the store, buy things that you need, toothpaste, groceries. When you want to buy electronics and these things that you want, buy American. And I'll land my plane.
Yeah, your plane is this is a silly plane. I'm sorry. You don't know how the world works. You don't know how.
Can I say something?
Hold on. Can I just respond to that really fast?
Yeah,
You
go
don't
ahead,
know how
Jonathan,
supply
and then
chain-
Frode.
You don't understand how supply chains work. You don't understand how commerce works. He is breaking the economy, and their idea is that somehow if you break the economy, the economy will somehow regenerate itself.
Wait, let him finish. Let him finish. Jason, let him finish talking. All right.
I mean, think about the baseline tariff he's putting on the entire world, not China. The entire world is 10%, and everybody was talking about how 4% inflation was backbreaking. What do you think 10% is going to do?
Okay.
Nothing.
Wait, who? Then it was gonna be Frode. Go ahead, Frode.
Well, he's talking about these tariffs like it's bad, but he doesn't talk about the 200% that Canada puts on our milk. He doesn't talk about the 147% that Asian companies put on our rice. So he's talking about these tariffs while other countries tariff us. Now that we tariff other countries, now it's such a big deal. Other countries can tariff us though.
No,
That's
Can I respond to that?
You misunderstand.
Can I respond? Hold on. Can I respond? That brings up the perfect, you perfectly summarized it. So what is you said Canada, they put a 200% tariff on what? Milk? Okay. So see how that's one product. That's one product.
No, it's not just they tariff our steel, lumber. I just use that as an example.
Actually, they don't. Hold on. They don't, because the USMCA agreement, the USMCA agreement from 2017 that Donald Trump signed, that we couldn't tariff each other.
Hey, guess what, Nicky boy?
We do tariff us.
Hey, Nicky boy, we can do things in America. We have a president that has started the foundation and making the course, setting the course forward for us to stop being on people's titties, to start manufacturing and bringing things back here in America. If you don't want to bring, there's so many jobs that have been offshore. There's been
Look at the past few wars.
Hold on, let me finish. Let me finish.
Hey, yo, one at a time. One at a time. One mic.
Let me finish.
There is no 200%
There's been so
tariff
many
on
companies
US
that have been
Canada.
offshored from America overseas. We have a president that says if you want to go and take your companies overseas and try to squeeze the titty over there, we're going to tariff you. We're going to tax you. Guess what? If you want to bring your companies back to America, no tariffs. We have a president that is bringing back American dominance. You sit back, enjoy the show.
No, he's not.
Popcorn. It's going to be
No,
a good
he's
show.
not.
Because if a war breaks out,
Can I tell you something about the military real quick? I'm in the Navy. Can I tell you something?
It must be fucking great to have the IQ.
Wait. One at a time. One at a time.
if a war to break out, they would blockade us from receiving the products we need to continue manufacturing the shit we need, which is why
blockade who? Wait, blockade who? America?
Yeah.
Who could blockade America? What?
They don't have to.
No,
they don't have to blockade us here. They just have to blockade their own countries from shipping products here.
Yeah, who cares? That's why we should start making stuff here. If people are saying that Taiwan, and I think it was projected 2027. I read an article or something like that. They're projecting China to make a move on Taiwan in 2027. That means we are gonna go to war because we have ships and we have bases in Okinawa, Japan, which is like a couple hundred miles away from Taiwan. Like, come on now.
Exactly. It's the whole same reason why Japan bombed Pearl Harbor, because we fucking started blocking their oil.
Do you know the first island chain?
Can I just say one thing? Listen, I know a lot of y'all talk about we need to make stuff here. Do you realize the math on that? Y'all are
it's gonna take time to implement.
Stop, let him finish. Let him finish.
Let me just say one thing. Okay, any economist will tell you, bro, That is not happening. The average American is a consumer. We are not a worker in the regard that a Chinese
we
person
don't say
is.
we.
In the regard,
Yeah, don't say we. That's the liberals.
statistically,
Liberals don't work.
no, not liberals, not conservatives. We as a whole, because this whole dichotomy of liberal conservatives is just some BS that people like Trump, Kamala, all of them say, so that we argue back and forth. We as a whole are consumers. Okay, we are a consumer
We
class.
know we have
from top to
manufacturing
bottom.
jobs, right, in America?
Yeah, do you
We
remember
do,
what
but
happened
we do
during
not
World War II?
manufacture on the scale of which we consume. Okay, and this
So
is
Do you
you
remember what
statistics.
happened during
And
World
you
War
know,
II?
math don't
We
lie.
can talk about World
Let me
War
just
II
say
in a
one
second.
thing. I'll let y'all talk. Let me just say one thing. Okay, left-leaning economists, right-leaning economists say the same thing. We are a consumer class, all of us, from rich to poor.
You
And
know
I'm gonna just say this: we will not be in no factories making plastic lightsabers. We will not be in no factories making iPhone chips.
Who
Bro,
cares?
that's
Maybe
not
we
the
don't
thing
need
that
all
we need
that
to
crap.
You act like
manufacture.
that's important.
We can
Yo,
manufacture
that's
like
all we
wait,
consume.
stop. The thing we need to manufacture here in America is like computer chips, like our own vehicles. Because if we manufacture vehicles for a war effort, we probably can manufacture other stuff too that supports the war effort. Like we need to do
Exactly.
Here's the thing. Here's the
like
thing.
I'm like little trinkets, like little stuff like onesies and twosies that we used to play with. Okay, we can let China do that. But come on now, like when it comes to important stuff, we can't just have China have the making all the good stuff, all the important stuff. We gotta start making some important stuff ourselves.
Absolutely
The thing
right.
is,
Drop
I
that
actually
titty.
agree.
Hold on,
I
everybody,
genuinely do
pause really
agree.
quick. Everybody in the chat, run this whole stuff. This is why I've never met him before. He just for the first time jumped on my shit. Run him up to 5K right now, though, chat. Run this shit up real quick. If you want to send like a gift, send it to the host first, and then run the damn like. I know you like listening to this shit. Send some gifts, but run him up though. 5K so we can get him on the boards and shit.
I just wanted to note that the line about 200% tariffs from Canada on U.S. dairy is false. Those are the high end tariffs if the U.S.
Okay, what's
exceeds
the
its
percentage?
quota. So
What's the percentage on dairy?
It's basically tariff free up to the quota.
That's bullshit.
It's basically tariff free up to the quota, and then after the quota is met, it's about 24, 29, 30%. If we run past the quota at the highest end, then there are tariffs that are 270% over the difference between the quota and the excess. Right.
So you're saying they do tariff us though, right?
Trump's
They do,
original
and tariffs
plan-
can be very powerful. Tariffs can be great, but tariffs have
listen,
tariffs
had
have to
Trump's
be implemented
plan
as part of a
worked-
national industrial policy.
Had Trump's plan worked, it actually would have benefited us. But
How's the
only
stock market?
issue
It's
is
working
it
pretty
didn't
good.
Work. It did not
SP
work.
500 has been going the last
Wait,
9 days.
stop. You say Trump's plan's not working. It's 100 days in. He just had that thing a while ago. How can you already say it's not working? We haven't had a year of Trump's plan.
Because let me tell you, there's a thing called economic projections.
Hey, guess what?
okay?
Gas prices are down.
Yes.
All kinds of things are down right now.
The gas prices were down before the housing crisis of 08. That's how it works with economic
Inflation's
bubble.
down. Gas prices are down.
Yes,
Grocery
that's called a
prices are
bubble.
down.
Inflation and gas
That's called a
prices.
bubble.
Hold on.
See,
Things are down.
economics,
Guess
that's
what?
called a
finish.
bubble.
The
Let him
border
finish.
Hold on, and the border is shut down along with
No.
other things.
No.
Promises that were made, promises that are being kept right now.
No.
You guys sit back, enjoy the show.
You're
Eat
wrong,
the
man.
popcorn and light.
Dude,
How is he wrong, Jonathan? How is he wrong?
Okay.
Because
Let him
gas
Hey, wait,
prices,
stop.
gas prices.
Y'all gotta
Gas
let one
prices
person
and
talk at a
inflation.
time, okay? It just sounds horrible in the audio wise. But go ahead.
Gas prices and inflation were already down before he took office. They're basically the same as they are now. They are basically the
was
same as they were 100
$3.
days ago.
It was $3 where I live under Biden, and now it's $2.55 under Trump.
Tell him, God damn it, tell this motherfucker.
So what the hell are you talking about?
I don't know where.
They're down across the board, baby.
No, they're down
across
somewhat,
the
but they were
board,
already pretty
baby.
low.
Oh, but you just said they
Inflation
weren't
was-
down. You just
Inflation was
said they
pretty
weren't
much down. The S&P 500. The reason why the stock
The S&P
It's
500
going up. SP 500's been going up the last 9 days.
No, the
Exactly.
reason-
The
do you know
stock
why?
market just took a boom.
Do you know
before
why
they
it's been going
closed
up the
on
last
Friday?
9 days?
Hold
The
on.
reason the stock
Trump
market
is
was
good.
the reason I believe the stock market went
Oh
down
my God.
is because it was unpredictable. and people was like, and a lot of those big investors found it unpredictable, so they didn't really want to invest. And why do y'all care so much about rich people making more money? I thought every time I talk about like
he brought
stuff about that, y'all like, oh, you support the rich.
He brought that up as evidence.
This is capitalism over
I
here,
just want to
baby.
be clear. The reason why it started to inch back up again is because Trump is retreating on his tariffs. He's backing down.
He did the
Retreating. Hey,
He's surrendering.
Trump is doing stuff
He's
as
surrendering.
negotiating tactics. He'll stay like this.
He's not negotiating.
He said,
negotiation.
listen. He would say,
There are no
he'll do
negotiations.
he'll do like, what is it? Reciprocal tariffs, right? And he said, you know what? Y'all getting scared? I'll bring it down to 10%. Y'all could do 10%, and all those countries like, okay, 10%.
Hey, Dennis the Menace. Hey, Dennis the Menace. Refer them to the Art of the Deal, baby. Tell them to read the book.
He didn't even write that book.
Right from the art of the deal.
Do you know what the big axe is?
Worst businessmen of all time.
You tell me a billionaire is one of the worst businessmen of all time? A billionaire? A literal billionaire?
Yes.
Yeah, if he had taken the money that he got
He's a
from
scammer.
That's what
You
they wanna
realize,
ride
bro,
on.
that you can be a billionaire by
ride on
scamming
the
people?
bankruptcy.
Does that
Hey,
make
he's
If you could be a billionaire from scamming people,
the
how come those
president
dudes
a
from
scammer?
India? How come those dudes from India ain't billionaire? If you could be a billionaire from scamming, that's just a joke.
He had taken the money.
Hey, Dennis the Menace. He just called the president a scammer. Slap
He's a
this
scammer.
motherfucker right now.
If he had taken
Hey,
the money,
somebody
listen
take
to
a
This
goddamn
dude is selling
glove and
Trump
slap
hats.
this
If
dude.
He
in
had
the
taken the
face.
money.
Oh, y'all talking?
One
One mic. Go ahead.
If
Yeah,
he
somebody
taken the
just
money
slap
that he
him with a
got from his
Let me tell you
glove,
something.
though.
and put it in a
Okay.
mutual fund, he would have more money today.
Do any of you
than
guys know about
all
what-
the business
or
deals he
anything
made
about
in-
like
in the life
when
Scammer.
it comes to crypto?
No, he's a con on it. He's a con.
Now he wants to talk about crypto. Don't
No,
try to
because I'm
pivot no
explaining
shit
how
to
he's a
crypto.
scammer, and I'm
Oh
going to
no, don't
explain
try
it
to
to you. I
you
just
talking
need you to
about-
understand.
Are you trying to say he's
This
trying to
is
use
dumb.
the Trump coin to do a pump and dump?
He already has done a pump and dump. His own followers have lost millions of dollars. Imagine being one of those rednecks that
Oh my
voted for
God,
Trump
man.
and put their
Look,
last
hey, we got
$500
Trump
into
watches.
their God
The
Trump
hell you
system.
talking about,
rednecks, you son bitch?
Hey, we got Trump watches, Trump
Chill out,
shoes out there.
chill
Well,
out.
We got all kinds of Trump merchandise. He's
I don't
making
really
money
know
on.
about the
This
whole
is-
crypto
stop
thing that
being a
Trump
hater,
did.
bro.
Yo, I don't really know about
Yeah,
the
see
whole thing
that?
that Trump
I
did.
don't really know about
But,
the
like,
whole
the
crypto
people-
thing that Trump did.
the
Could you
people
imagine
that-
saying that about your president?
Yo, the
There's
people that buy
level
Trump-
of transparency
Yo,
that
stop,
you
stop.
don't even know about it.
The people that buy the Trump coin are like diehard fans, diehard sticker fans. People that are like crazy about him. If they want, they're not. Even if they lose money,
No,
they
they're
wouldn't
not.
care. You tell me the people that buy the Trump coin and buy the Trump stuff are like regular people? Because I just buy a daggone. I'll buy a Trump hat for support, but I ain't buying no Trump coin.
Dude,
I ain't
let
buying
me
no
tell you
Trump
something.
crypto.
There is a myriad of Trump supporters who have had their. These are diehard Trump supporters. If you go to his Truth Social, who have they are old people who don't know much about crypto, and their introduction into crypto was Trump coin.
Hey,
And
let me
they
ask
lost
you something.
money. He
Let me
scammed
ask
his
you
own
something.
people
What's your proof of this
who were
though?
stupid enough to
Let me
buy a
ask
coin
you
with his
something.
name
Let
on
me
it,
ask you
and then
something.
he ran away
What's
with
it?
that money. He
Neat.
scammed you.
Frodo.
Let me ask you something.
Frodo,
Did
before
old
you
people?
ask him,
Did
Frodo,
old
before
people?
you hold on, Frodo, before you ask him, the chat's not respecting the host. Like everybody
it's
is
okay.
running it.
Just leave
Well,
it
no,
alone.
hold on, host.
It doesn't
Hold on,
matter.
hold on,
It doesn't
host.
matter.
Well, no. They got to run this shit up. If they like the content, they like what they're hearing, they're running their comments. Shut the comments off.
No,
if
no.
we're
The
not up to
individuals that
5K.
like it, the individuals that like it will support it. They don't want to support it. I'm not gonna like force them to. If they're just gonna do it because they want to. Let's just keep it going.
All right, that's
Okay.
that's you. I respect that.
Well,
Go
let
ahead.
me ask you something. How do you say your name, but so I don't say it wrong out of respect?
Who, me?
No, this ST.
Retro.
Okay, whatever. Let me ask you a question. Did more old people vote for Kamala or did they vote for Trump?
Trump.
No. See, that's a lie right there. The majority of old people voted for Kamala, not Trump.
That's not true.
Nah, look it up. The majority of old people liked the Kamala Harris thing because what was it, like cheap medicine or whatever? Like whatever the hell? Oh yeah, those 34 felony accounts, like this dude said, they were originally a misdemeanor. No one else under the exact same thing would have gotten a felony charge. They upped the charge to a felony just for Trump.
Wait, the crazy
And
thing,
then-
wait about that. It only could be brought up to a felony if it's in furtherance of another crime. They never said what that other crime was. That's what's
Exactly.
crazy about it.
Wait,
go
wait.
And
ahead.
then
Can we
they
go back to
call
what
us
you
the
said about old
fascists.
people? Can you show me any source that says that older people voted for Kamala over Trump? Because I'm not gonna
Here,
let
give
you
me a
just go
second.
off on
Here,
that
give
one,
me a
bro.
second. I'll
That's
grok it real
BS.
quick. I gotta get. Here, give me a second.
Sure, there was a whole bunch of "I voted Democrat" signs on the cemeteries. Oh wait, did I say that out loud?
Bro, chill out.
Trump because he
Yo,
promised to
yo,
go against Big Pharma, and then
Stranito,
after
I got
he
a question
decided
for
to
you.
be Big Pharma's bitch, they
Hey,
went out on the
Stranito,
street and
can you
protested
name
Trump.
one thing that Donald Trump has done good, either in this presidency or the last? Can you name one thing that the president of the United States has done good, or are you going to say everything that he's done is
See,
bad?
unlike y'all, I can because I actually know what goes
Well,
on in the
we're
government,
waiting.
not just
We're
good,
waiting.
bad. You know what I'm saying? I can tell you things that he's done good.
Well, what?
Okay,
We're waiting.
during his first presidency, okay, he boosted employment. That is one of the few things that he did. However, right, once Joe Biden came in, listen, the difference between me and you, right? The difference between me and you is I can say that Biden was horrible, but I can also say that Trump was worse, which is wild because Biden
So,
was
so
terrible,
you
which
started
is a
off trying
low
to say
bar.
that some of
It
the
is a
things he
low
did
bar.
good. Is that all you got? The jobs, and that was 2016. What about 2025? Right now, currently, can you name anything good without trying to contradict yourself? You know, just give it to him when recognition is due. Just give the recognition. You know, you don't got to like talk yourself
Dude,
out of it. But can you
dude,
name
I
anything currently that
genuinely,
he's done?
I genuinely like I'm not even just saying this right now. And I look at pretty unbiased news, and the reason why I'm saying I look at unbiased news is because I'm not pro-Trump or anti-Trump. I didn't come in a pro-Trump or anti-Trump position. I'm going based on what I see, okay, like everyday things on
So,
top of.
have you seen anything good? Can you tell us
I
anything that he's
no,
done
I have
that's
not.
good?
I have not.
Nothing. Securing the border, foreign policy,
Okay,
people
let
that
me
were
let me
going to
explain this to you.
school, people
Right
that were going
now,
to school,
there was
like in.
less. There was
Okay.
still okay. There was still less. There's more deportations under Biden than there has been in
Do you
Trump.
Oh
know why?
wow,
Do
you're
you
a
know why?
major
Wait, wait. Do you know why there were more deportations under Biden? Biden was counting the people that he that came to the border, that met at the border, that he sent back. He was counting
Dude,
those as
this has
deportation.
been the
But because
sloppiest, bro.
but because
There is
because the number of deportations currently, people coming to the border is so low, Trump can't use those as a bonus to boost the numbers.
Can I say
Actually, I
one
have to
thing?
correct
No, I
myself. It
agree.
was
Can I
slightly
just say
ahead
one
for
thing?
Trump.
Can I ask your
Majority.
opinion on this
Slightly.
one thing, guys? Like seriously, I'm not even gonna go too off. I just want to ask. Last week, right? There's an American woman, right, and her daughters who were stripped down to their underwears by ICE and left out in the rain.
What's the names?
American citizens.
What's the names?
What state?
I
You
want to.
want
I
to
want to
talk
look.
about the girls?
I
Yeah,
want to
you
look.
can't
I want
make
to
that
look this up.
accusation.
I want to look this up. So I gotta know the names of people because that sounds
He's
like a
talking
wild
about
claim.
this, but what about the girls who were
Hey, hold
forced to
on. He's
dress
over
in
there in
front of
teacup
boys?
mode while he made that wild ass accusation. He's trying to double check his own bullshit. Don't come up on here saying no bullshit because the host is ready to look it up while you're over there in teacup mode trying to check your own bullshit statement. You
Yo,
really need
chill
to check
out,
yourself,
Jason.
homie.
Chill out.
What?
Shay sound.
It's Jackson.
Jackson, my
See,
bad. My bad.
this is what I don't like. Okay, he's sitting over here talking about these little girls who were stripped in the rain, but what about the girls in Maine on the girls' team who were forced
So can I
to
can I ask you?
undress in
Would it
front of
be
boys?
possible? Would it be possible for you to simply address what I said without saying what about?
No,
Because
no. So
when you
okay,
say
okay,
what
okay.
about,
You talking
you're
about
simply
what's the
saying
name of
that
those people so I can look it
what those
up?
girls went through doesn't matter because somebody else went through something. Can you simply address what I said
If that
without
happened,
saying
it was
what
bad.
about?
If that happened, it was bad. Now, who are those individuals?
But what
Back to
about the little
teacup.
girls who were forced to dress in front
Well, no,
of boys in
just
Maine?
think
What
about
about
what he
that?
No, no,
said.
no.
Do you
Stop, stop,
think
stop.
any law enforcement agency would do what he just said? This
That's
is
what
why he
y'all
went to
do.
teacup mode. I don't know where he heard it. You should shame on you. Go back to teacup mode because you made some bullshit accusation on law enforcement. They would never do anything like that. Shame on you, sir. Shame
I
on
wouldn't
you.
put it past them, but
Hey,
I'd still
yo,
like to know where it happened.
yeah. Law enforcement, they're humans too, and humans can do great evil, especially when they get power. I just want to know who these individuals are, when it happened, so I can look this up before I try to say, "Oh, this was evil. I can't believe this happened." I'm like, did it actually happen?
No,
Okay,
when
hold
he's
on.
talking about somebody leaving somebody
I
straight
just sent the
down
link
right
in the
now in
chat
the
just now.
times we're
I just
living
sent the
in.
link in the chat.
Yeah, send that
What's the
goddamn
name of them?
bullshit link.
I don't want to like search up random links and get a virus. You're not supposed to
Yeah,
do
you
that.
gotta
Don't be
be careful, brother.
you're
You
not supposed
gotta
to
be
go
careful
around
what they
clicking
put
links.
out in
Come
your
on.
chat, bro.
What would I search up to get that? What's the name of the thing? Just tell me the name of the girls.
It's a YouTube thing. It's on YouTube. The
Just
link
look
is.
up. The girls are underage. They didn't want to release their names. Just look up Oklahoma family mistakenly by
Let's
IC.
look at the news media coverage or some real coverage about this.
The media isn't going to cover anything
MSNBC,
like that.
Or let's
ABC.
look at charges that have been filed because that's a heinous crime that was committed.
That's what.
Don't bring
That's
no
the issue.
bullshit,
There's
bro.
no charges filed because they were
Don't bring
done.
no
This was done
bullshit,
without due
bro.
process.
Oh
Hey,
my
can
lord.
I ask this guy a question, guys? Let me ask you something. Do you think Trump is a racist?
Who, me? Trump's
I'm
not
not going for a
racist.
dog whistle.
No, I'm talking about this guy.
Let's address what I just said first.
No, answer my question
don't
while
try
he
to
looks
change the
it up. We
argument with
got
dog
time. Do you
whistles.
think Trump is a racist?
I'm not answering until you explain until you address what I just said about that Oklahoma family.
Just left these girls straight.
He probably is. He probably is.
Yeah, I mean, would a racist make his private jet go pick up Nelson Mandela when he got out of prison? Would a racist do
Doesn't
that?
mean anything to me. That doesn't mean anything to me.
No,
don't
but
care.
oh,
Like
okay.
what?
So helping a black man
If I
don't
go
mean
pick
nothing,
up
right?
if I go pick up this, am I still not a racist? Like you sound
Like,
stupid.
what does that even mean, bro? Like, how
Like
could
what?
A racist wouldn't charter his
Hey, your
private
logic
jet to
don't
go
make any
pick up
sense.
Nelson Mandela. A racist would
Okay,
do
but a
that.
racist that's trying to prove a point would. Am I right?
This happened
okay.
in like the 80s or 90s. What are you talking about?
Okay,
Before he
what
was
do you
a
mean?
politician?
This is deeply rooted. It's Donald Trump. What are you talking about?
Hey, fuck you. Do you like every race and creed in
Because didn't
America? Hey, no. I'm
didn't
just
he file
asking
for
you a question,
bankruptcy
brother.
twice?
Hold on. Do you like every race and creed? Do you? Because it's called prejudice. There's racism and there's prejudice. And so, are you prejudiced against anybody? Or are you like all about your people? Or are you for everybody? Are you all about equality? Are you colorblind, or do you not like certain ethnicities or race groups, or are you just for everybody?
Jackson?
I'm not for everybody. I am for black people, of course. I'm black.
so
Why
you're
wouldn't I be for black
racist.
people?
So you're
I was
racist.
a racist. I was a racist.
Okay,
I
well, I'm
was a
for
racist.
white people.
Indians are for Indians. Like what? Okay, that doesn't. I'm not offended by that.
Okay, do you
The
think
fact
I'm a
that you're
racist
offended.
because I say that, though?
No. Why would I? Why? You're for your people. What the heck? Somebody
Okay,
got to
wait.
stand for them. If you don't stand for them, who will?
You said that.
I mean, I'm
you're
not
saying that
really
Trump is
just for white
racist.
people. I'm for everyone.
Host,
but I'm
host,
using
why
the
are
same
you? I know
logic
you looked
against
up. I know
you.
you
I
looked
never
up
said he
Oklahoma.
was, but
I know you looked
but
it
I
up. Why y'all not
mean,
talking about that?
I'm trying.
Why
I'm
y'all
still
not talking? Why y'all?
I'm still reading it.
Come
Calm
on.
down. I'm still reading it. It did say that the people were like someone's house got raided in Oklahoma by ICE, and that's what I'm currently reading right now.
And what else did it say? Because if the information's
I'm
right there, it's the
still
first
reading
thing.
it, big dog. I'm not like calm down.
Come on, bro. It's a small post.
Can I read it? Can I read it right quick?
Would you mind reading it out
I have
loud?
to
Because
find.
they don't know.
They're trying to put it. Yeah.
I
Go
have
ahead,
to.
Menace.
I'm looking
Do
for the
your
part.
thing.
I'm looking for the part you're talking about.
Do your thing, Menace. You need to stop explaining yourself to these.
so what has Trump done for y'all within his first 100 days?
I mean, gas
Okay,
prices are down.
I'm gonna put it like
groceries are
this.
down.
I voted for Trump because the
Okay.
options we had as Kamala, I didn't see any good from Kamala. Kamala said that she wouldn't do anything different from
I
what
said,
Biden was doing.
the question was,
let
what
me
has
answer
Trump
your
done for
question.
you?
Let me answer your question.
The question
I'm
was,
telling you why I voted for
Now
Trump.
we're sidetracking away from what I said about the Oklahoma family.
but I didn't ask that. I said the question was, what has he done for you within his first 100 days in office for you to be all D-rodding him like you are? 'Cause
Reduce
he's like
immigration.
a
Reduce
grown
illegal
man
immigration.
sliding on a whole nother grown man
Reduce
team
illegal.
right now, gang.
Reduce illegal
Look
immigration.
how you look.
Reduce illegal
Fuck
immigration.
you. He trying to tell you.
Trying to bring jobs back from other countries that we sending other jobs because a lot of
What the
people
jobs at? What the jobs at?
Bro,
Hey,
How long is it gonna take
job
for it to
market.
kick in? How long is it gonna take? How long is it gonna take for it to kick
Gaylord
in?
Fucker now, man. Stop
Come on,
playing
like,
with
How
the
long is
host.
it gonna
homie.
take for you to kick in?
You're,
Can I?
you
I'm asking
Gaylord
you
You
fucker.
tell me the stuff, right? You tell me to talk, but when I talk, you say, "Oh, you asked a question. Can I finish my stuff first?"
All right, go ahead.
He reduced illegal immigration. He's doing stuff to try to bring back jobs. And if you want to say a particular thing, I remember I think it was John Deere or Ford that said a plant that they're going to build outside of America. They're not doing that no more. So that's one thing. If you expect it to kick in over like night, they still have to actually build these facilities and stuff. And during building these facilities, the people that built the facilities are gonna have jobs. They're gonna have to hire people to build the facilities, and then hire people to maintain them, and then hire people to actually work them. So it's not gonna kick in overnight. It's gonna take some time.
Who's gonna pay for it? Who's gonna pay for it?
If Ford or John Deere is building a company, Ford and John Deere is gonna have to pay for it. What are you talking about?
Building a company for what? Why is Ford and John Deere building a company? What are they building?
What did that article say about that?
Bro, I'm still reading. It said that a family's house got raided and they had to go outside.
What did it say about the daughters?
I haven't read that part yet where you're specifically talking about them saying they had to get naked. Can I finish reading that part?
Nobody would do that. That's impossible.
I mean, expect the impossible.
And in front of outside,
right?
hold on. Just play this out in your mind. We're gonna have federal agents, take people outside of their house and strip them bucky naked.
Yes, that is
okay.
And female.
You're saying that like it's taboo.
It says it right there on multiple.
You're saying that like it's taboo.
Are you fucking kidding
stop and
me?
yell at all
You're
y'all.
saying that like it's taboo. I'm
It says
dead.
it right there.
Okay,
that they were under.
And you need to open up your mind a
put
little more.
outside in the ring in their
Bucky
undergarments.
naked. Bucky
U.S.
naked.
citizens.
Either however it will go, they were eating people. So
Well, stop. I think this is when you're talking about. They wanted me to change in front of all of them, in between all of them. She said, "My husband has not even seen my daughters in her undergarment. Her own dad, because it's respectful. You have her out there, a minor in her underwear." The woman told KFOR. Is that what you're talking about?
See how they exaggerated that shit? You see how they fucking
Wait. Can I ask you what was exaggerated? Word for word, what I just said.
You said no.
A minor outside in the rain in her underwear.
No. God damn it. When the house gets raided, I don't know if you know about raids. When a house gets raided, everybody gets pulled out. It don't matter what the fuck you're wearing.
that's hearsay. You're not a SWAT team member. That's hearsay. That's hearsay. You're not a SWAT team member.
Stop.
That's hearsay.
The issue is not the raid.
That's
It's
hearsay.
the fact that it was a U.S. citizen who was raided under false pretenses. A bunch of little girls were forced to go outside in their underwears.
Okay,
The
it said
fact
that a family
you
got
are
raided
defending
because
you're
that
not a real man.
Stop. It said a family got raided because they're saying that it was because of previous residents that were there. That was the problem. This is what the family said. It was because of previous residents there that they were looking for, not them because they're U.S. citizen. As far as I know, like, ayo, if it is exactly what she's saying happened, I'll say that's effed up. I'll say that's not right.
Yes, and that is not the only situation in which a U.S. citizen has been detained because what's happening is sloppy. They are
let Frodo talk.
Stop.
Put some game.
We go. Someone was saying something.
It said they raided the house and the kids were already in their underwear. When he said it, he said they forced them to strip. He is a liar.
Exactly.
They were already in their underwear.
That's what I'm saying. When a house gets raided, they pull everybody out. If they come in, they say, get down. They pull people out of the house, no matter, and they really get the kids out first because there might be gunfire that pops off. They don't want the kids in there. I don't know what type of stories you're exaggerating.
You are a grown man
for that
defending the state's right to pull little girls out of homes in their
Slap the shit out yourself.
That's kind of weird to me.
I admit that this was wrong. If it happened how she says it happened, I don't know. I'll at least wait for ICE to respond or something that was there to respond from the other side. But if it happened how she said it, if I heard that shit happened how she said it happened, then I would say that it is wrong. But you're trying to act like you're saying if wait, I didn't even hear what you said because you're trying to talk at the same time I was talking about. What you're saying?
Yeah, my fault. Go.
If it happened how I said it has happened, I would say that was wrong and they shouldn't have done it like that. They should at least let them the girls change. But
no. Listen.
Let me finish talking.
Hold on,
bro. You don't work law enforcement, bro. You can't say nothing about it, bro. You don't work law enforcement.
But the thing is, right? As effed up as this is gonna sound, even like effed up as this is gonna sound, right? If you're raiding a house and you suspect there's people there that would do something harmful to you, right? You don't just let them go do whatever. You gotta secure the whole house. As effed up as it sounds, like they don't know what's going on and they're suspecting anything could happen. So they're trying to make sure
Thank
that they're
you.
safe. It might be effed up, but that's how the cops would do it. That's how law
Okay.
enforcement would train to do it.
Protocol. It's
As
called
Okay, so
effed
I'm
up
gonna
as it
say
protocol.
one
sounds, I'll
thing.
admit it's
I'm gonna
effed
say
up.
one thing.
Protocol.
You're right, that is right, but
Called
that's what
protocol.
happens when you're raiding a house
You
who has.
said they forced them
That's
to
what
strip
happens when you're
outside.
raiding a house when they have weapons, right? When they're
You
criminals,
said
And
they
no,
because
So
of
nobody
that's
those
what
things.
knows what
you
type
do
of
that
But
raid.
to you do that
when you're
until you
raiding a house for
understand what's going
immigration, you're telling me
inside.
that they're so unsafe just because
Exactly.
they're immigrants that they have
Exactly
to
what
have
the
little
host
girls
said.
outside in their underwears, and you're defending that?
Hey,
Bruh,
you're
I'm
man.
saying
You're
That's all I'm
I'm saying
saying. If
you
I was in their position, I would definitely tell them kids to go put something on. That's just me as a parent.
He
So hold
did,
on.
and they
You
I,
wouldn't
gonna
let
bro,
them.
pause the
That's the
whole
I'm
raid?
problem.
No,
agreeing
you
with
gonna
y'all.
pause
It's
the
effed
whole raid
up.
and say
But when stuff
stop
like when you're doing
everybody
a raid, you like if you're doing a raid, you don't
here.
know what's on the other side of nothing. You can't just say, "Oh yeah,
Exactly.
go in there and go ahead and get changed."
Okay,
If
y'all
there's
using this
someone in
raid
there
word.
that grabs a person and uses them as a human shield, then you're gonna be like, "Oh, what if we just send him to a hostile
Exactly.
situation?"
Exactly.
But
Yeah,
in the
I'm
you're
beginning, you
agreeing
right,
with
said,
bro.
you.
Those
That is
8-year-olds in
effed
their
up. I'm
underwears, bro.
agreeing.
What a
but still,
tough guy, bro.
in the
You have to
beginning, you
point a
said
gun
that
at
the
Bro,
an
you're really
8-year-old in
raid,
their
you.
the
underwear,
people that
bro.
I'm
they're
not
raiding
You have
ain't
to
saying.
even
be
there.
safe, bro. Like that, you know how pathetic that sounds, bro. As a grown man, you're
Was the
defending
person they
8-year-olds
were
in their
there to get there?
underwears, bro.
Wow,
This is
like
how
they are
That's
trying
this
to
is
just
do
how
something that's
something.
probably
laws
Yeah, I'm
are,
gonna
Okay,
fuck up
bro.
your
They ain't
algorithm.
okay,
trying to do nothing,
stop,
bro.
stop,
You just
stop.
sound
We agree that
like
we
a
agree that this is
dummy. You
wrong.
sound
We
like a
agree that this is
Discord
wrong.
mod.
Wait, we
What do you
agree
want me
that
to
this
Bro,
is
do,
wrong.
bro?
Like, come
Jackson
on.
has like a hard on for like
Man, it sound
hurting
like a
kids.
Discord mod, dead
But
ass,
you made
bro.
it sound like you
And
made
real
it
life
sound
will
like
be
they
up on a
strip
whole
these
different.
Crazy.
individuals at gun. You made it sound like they strip these individuals at gunpoint. They're already like
Either
that.
way it
These,
go, either
It's
way it
okay.
go,
effed
we can
up.
all
Let me tell
agree
you
that
something,
that was
bro.
effed up. Either
Yeah,
way
Me
it
I'm
go,
agreeing
personally,
with
I don't know
as a
you.
about
I am
human.
you.
agreeing with
I don't know
you.
about
All
you, but
right,
me
we can
personally,
move
Hey, can
past
I
if
it
I
say
have,
something that's
if
funny?
Okay,
me,
we can move past it now,
because
but
not
we
everybody
agreeing with
understand
I
that.
would
you.
not be afraid of a bunch of little girls in their
Hey,
underwears.
the
That's
only
just me
thing
though.
I'll
That might be
say,
y'all. Like y'all might be
You,
pussy like that.
hey,
bro.
But
We're
this
agreeing
is
with
what
you,
I'll
bro. But
say.
continue now. What's up?
This is what I'll say, okay? I'm an HM in the military and the Navy, okay? And I had to go through FMF training so I could go to combat zones with the Marines, right? When we
Oklahoma
raid a
got a
house,
combat
you
zone.
think we're
Okay,
gonna let
military and
people get
civilian life is two
changed?
different lifestyles, gang.
Tell him,
What are
Frodo.
you
Nah,
talking
What are
about
you
you
right
think we're
now?
saying,
gonna
bro?
What are
let
you
This
people
talking
is
about
get
Stop,
right now?
stop,
Hey,
changed?
stop.
sit
One
back and
mic,
let him
one
This is
mic,
talk.
civilian life, not
one
I was
military
mic,
talking
life.
first.
one mic. Let
You can moderate
Man, talking about
let him
military,
let
bro.
him finish. Let him finish. One mic. Let him finish. Go ahead.
Okay, when we go raid a house with the Marines, you think we're gonna let little kids get
You're
changed? You could
in
have
the
suicide
military.
bombs.
You're in the military, and you're across states in
Safety is
somebody else's
safety.
Bruh,
Can you
land.
yo,
let
That's
the
how a
man
raid
finish,
your
works.
please?
What are you
feelings.
That's
saying,
how
bro?
a raid
Feelings.
works.
You
It
can't
doesn't
compare
Fuck your
matter.
apples to
feelings.
oranges.
Fuck your feelings.
That's how
Let
a
him
raid
at least
works. You
finish
don't
before you
just let
respond,
people
okay?
do things.
Go ahead.
You don't
All
let
right, go
people
ahead.
leave your point of view, okay? When you go and raid a house, you get all the occupants, you put
We've
them
all
in a.
played video games. We've all played
Interrupted
video
him
games. Get to the
again.
No,
point.
this is how the
Get to the
real
point. We've
world
all played video
works.
games. Get to the point.
Stop interrupting him, dog. What the fuck is
Speak
No,
going
Get
as
to
a
when
the
we go in.
point.
moderator
Get to
or
the
kick
point.
me.
Get to the
Either way,
point.
I don't give a
What's
Well,
your
shit. I
stop
can't
point?
interrupting
handle
me
this
so I
anymore.
can. Shit.
I don't want to fuck up your
Please, bro,
algorithm.
because you talking about something nobody up
Bro,
in here care
It's
about.
just the real
yo,
truth is
fuck your
because
feelings.
The
people
Let
menace.
see
him at
black and
least
brown
That's
people as
someone.
finish.
animals, and that's why I
As
don't
All
like
right,
someone
go
raiding
who's
ahead.
probably
kids
actually
like they
Why
don't
raided
am I
a
not
necessarily
rated? The
house,
exist.
menace.
I think I have more say so than people who haven't.
I
Okay, when we
guarantee
go
you did
into
not
a
rate a
house,
house, gang.
He
Let's
keep
be real.
interrupting this
no,
The
man.
when we
menace.
go in with the Marines, okay, this is what we do. We set up outside the door, we go in, we find all the occupants, and we put them in a secluded area. We don't care if they're naked or anything. Okay, we're not going to let you roam around the house to get a gun, to go get a bomb, so we will get hurt. Okay, we seclude you in an area and keep watch on you. Okay, they
In a
didn't do it out
combat
of
zone.
malicious intent. That's how you're supposed to raid. You get all the
Keyword with what you
and
just
keep
said
them
was
inside.
bomb. He said that they raided a house where they suspected a person was going to be at, and the
Bro,
person wasn't there.
I feel like, to be honest, let's move past this. We're agreeing that we're moving past this. We're agreeing that this is wrong. We're agreeing that this is wrong. But it's what they had to do to make sure everybody was safe, including the people that was actually performing the raid. Well, let's get back to the thing of how y'all think that Trump is racist, fascist, or dictator, because that one particular raid, you can't say that one particular raid was Trump when he wasn't the one busting down the door, or was he in the like, hey yo, go ahead and do this. Like, come on now, but continue.
Usually,
Asia,
we ain't say that though.
Asia's the newest person. What's up, Asia?
Hey, okay. I don't know if many of y'all live in Texas, right? Okay, so we work in like the CPS kids, blah 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 blah. So if there's kids involved with the raid, CPS is immediately called and they have to be in the scene as well.
That's a
Okay, what if they don't know there's
That's a
kids around,
police raid
though?
or federal raid. If it's raided on the local level or federal level.
Oh shoot, I need to ask.
Are we
But I
really
know
are we
because
really being funny right now? Any type of raid, military or police raid, when they go in, when officers, whoever goes into a building, they're for sure going to take out the kids. They are going, nobody knows what's going on. There are hearts that are beating. They're going to take out occupants and especially children will remove them from the situation
But this
immediately
isn't a
as soon
drug.
as they
This
can.
ain't no. This ain't no
Oh
gang
my
raid though.
lord.
That's what you
but
don't
if
understand.
if they
Like
know
you keep
children,
saying every raid is the same. Every
Bruh.
raid follows the same guidelines.
Every raid
They
is
not the same.
every raid do follow the same guideline. You have system and
They
procedures that
do.
people
Yes.
train and practice over
Okay,
and over.
all right, all
I was
right.
in the
I
Marines. I
understand
didn't
that,
do none of the
but
cool
how
shit,
the
but
Marines
they
are
still
trained
trained us
versus
to
a
do.
civilian cop?
It's a federal agent. The ICE is a federal.
That
It's
don't
federal.
mean nothing, folks.
You
all I
don't
know,
know.
like,
Wait. How do you think they're trained?
no,
Bro,
all I
I
know is
got
locally and
military in
stuff
my
like that.
family
Cause
and
like
I got
Stop,
police
stop,
in my
stop, stop,
family. They
stop.
got two
How do you
different
think
type of training.
How do you think the federal agents are trained to do a perform a raid?
You're talking about a federal agent, and I'm talking about the military. They're
You said
trained in two
ICE.
different aspects,
It
gang.
was ICE that performed the
And ICE not
raid.
even real federal agents, folks. I
What
can
are they?
become an ICE agent, folks.
Are they?
I
Are they
can be an
not
ICE
federal?
agent. I'm a security guard. I got my open carry
A
license. Technically,
security
I'm
guard.
qualified.
A
Technically,
security guard.
technically, that's a side hustle, folks.
Stop. You're telling me
That's
that
not
ICE is
because
not.
we can go
You're
band for
telling me that
band
ICE is not federal.
because it get real out here, folks.
You're telling me ICE is not federal. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying ICE has made people
Is
agents
ICE federal?
that
Yes
have
or
no
no?
qualifications. It's federal, but they've made people agents that
So
have no qualifications.
they don't
folks.
have
So
any.
that
They
means
don't
that
have
they're
any
not getting the same
training.
training.
They don't have any training.
Yes.
What are
I
they
can,
training
like
for?
I just
What
said,
is the ICE
I'm a
training for
security
a raid?
officer, bro. If I wanted to go be an ICE agent and go detain people, I can go up there right now today
What is
and get my
the
license
No,
and go.
what
you
is
chose to be a
the ICE?
security
What
guard.
is the ICE? What do ICE do when they perform a
That's a
raid?
side hustle, bro. What are you doing?
What
Sitting on your
do
couch playing
ICE do
5M
perform a
24/7?
raid? What do ICE do when they perform a raid?
Like what? I don't know what they do because they're not trained for
Then why are
nothing.
you talking about them like you know what they do when they perform a raid?
We don't know what they do whenever they perform a
when
raid.
children are
Exactly.
involved, when children are involved in raids, CPS is absolutely notified.
Bro, shut up because IRL you get bodied, bro. So stay in your lane, bro. Period, bro. You
Diminished.
don't
Could
know
you
me.
please
Fuck.
kick me or make somebody a damn moderator?
Yeah, kick
'Cause
him, make somebody else moderator because he not on your side, gang.
I'm not trying to listen to everybody talking out. It's like kindergarten in here.
We gotta.
Yeah, bye.
Wait. Stop. We have to have
Fuck your
some level.
feelings.
We have to have some
Fuck
level of
your
decorum.
feelings.
We gotta like at least let people talk and finish their point because it just sounds fucking retarded when we do that. Sorry for using that word, TikTok. Don't ban my live. But like
We got a security guard in here.
come on,
Do your job, man.
bro. Let's finish. Let's move past this. Everyone's
I
agreeing
don't
that
rap
it's
over the internet. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't talk over the internet, especially not to no grown
okay.
ass
Let's
men,
move
bro.
past it.
Period.
How do you think my
Period.
boy Trump, Donnie
Fuck.
T, is racist, fascist, or a dictator?
How is he not, bro?
That's not how you
How is
answer
he
a
not
question.
fascist? How is he not trying to be a dictator, bro? He's deporting people that are here that resemble gang members, bro.
You know
He's
what really
deporting
got me,
illegal
Trump?
immigrants
How are they illegal and he's serving in the military?
because they don't have a citizenship. They don't have a
He
visa.
served in the
They don't-
military. He served in the military.
What are you talking about?
The guy that he sent over there.
Who's the
That
guy?
he showed the MS-13 pictures.
He's talking about that Marine.
Wait.
deported in
Are you talking about Abrego
And then there's another
Garcia?
Marine over there.
No,
There's
stop.
another Marine over there too.
Are you wait? Stop talking. You talking about Abrego Garcia, or are you talking about the
No,
dude that
he's-
shot up a
him
house
too.
party? Are you talking about
He's
the dude
talking
that
about
shot
the Marine.
the dude?
He's talking about the Marine who was deported in 2018.
We
He
need a
shot up a
security
house
guard in here.
party. The Marine that
Garcia.
got deported shot up a house party and lost his fucking
Garcia.
ability to stay
But at the
here.
end of the day, those are y'all patriots, bro. Those are the people Jack suck off.
He shot up a house party.
So what can you say about it?
He
Those are the
shot
people
up
that
a
Jacks
house
are
party.
affiliated with, folks. Those are the people Jackson is affiliated with, folks.
I was the Marine, bro.
And I'm talking
Marine,
about
come on. The
I'm
dude
talking
that
about the
he,
one that had
the
the
veteran
family,
that you
folks.
talking about shot up a house party.
I'm not talking about the veteran. I'm talking about the dude that had the family. Trump went online.
Abrego Garcia?
and said,
Abrego
Yes.
Garcia
Thank
got
you
through
for your
process.
service.
Let me explain this.
No, he didn't.
Hold on.
Let me explain this. Let
Frodo
me
and
explain this.
Menace,
Stop.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you
guys for your service.
Abrego
Frodo
Garcia
too.
in 2019 received due process. He saw an immigration judge. Her name was Judge Kessler. You can look her up. She adjudicated him to be an MS-13 gang member, and he said he could be deported. She also said he couldn't go back to El Salvador. I will give you that. He appealed that case, saw a second judge, and that second judge agreed with Judge Kessler. If you want to say that they should have sent him back to El Salvador, I would say, okay, fine. But why shouldn't they have sent him back to El Salvador? You will say that because he feared for his life. That's what the judge said. He feared for his life because of a gang would attack him. And I'll say this. Did Bukele take care of the gang problem? You have to say yes. And if you say yes, then why can't he be sent back to El Salvador?
Security guard, what you say?
Bro, y'all are the only ones that are afraid of gang members, bro. I don't care. I don't care who's over here,
Answer your
folks.
question. Wait,
Like,
do
what?
he have a legal reason to be here? Yes or no?
He's a United States citizen. What do you mean?
He was not a U.S. citizen.
Two standing deportation
He said a
orders.
citizen.
Come on.
Did you hear this?
No.
motherfucker?
He had a withholding of removal or some shit like that. That just means he couldn't go
If
to
he
El
ain't a
Salvador.
citizen, why his wife and kids still over here then?
His wife
Why
and
they
kids
still
was
here?
a citizen, and I think that he's the stepdad of some of those kids. Now he's the
Weren't
actual
his
dad
kids. Wasn't he hurting them?
because
So he
I
ain't
think
no
it was the
citizen now.
father. He
So
was
the
never a
papers that he had was
citizen.
lies.
He was never a citizen. He
So-
tried to apply for asylum, but he been here for more than a year. After 7 years, he applies for asylum. That's not how it works. You gotta apply for asylum within the year or something. I believe it's like that. So he was never a citizen.
And he was an MS-13 member because of his tattoos, right?
Yeah,
No,
you're
no, no, no.
observing report
He was the
that.
MS-13 member because when the judge saw all the evidence, he said, yes, this dude is the MS-13 member. Based on what the gang investigation unit that was there said, and the second judge saw the same information and said, yes, this dude is a gang member. Two judges
Based off of what? Based off of what?
What you over there chilling with him when you on duty as a security
okay,
guard? You
when
kicking it with these motherfuckers or what?
He was found
Folks,
with a
I
group.
don't go back and forth with grown men on the internet, folks. I don't told you that one time, folks.
He
You
was
want me to tell you
found.
again? Because I keep telling you, grown
Stop
ass.
with all this violence and trying to fight
Fucking
each other.
30-year-old fucking
Yo, stop all this
bum
violence
ass
trying
nigga
to fight
later.
each
I
other.
will
This is the
drop low
internet,
right
bro.
now,
Chill
and you
out.
can pull up, folks. If
Yo.
there's a problem.
Fuck
there's
your
an issue,
feelings.
folks.
Chill out. It's not that
Well,
serious. Chill
I'm
out.
just saying.
Bro, yo, let me
No,
explain.
I'm just saying I'm a man.
Bro,
And if
just
you got a
ignore
problem
it.
with me,
Just
folks,
walk
I'll
past
drop
it.
my location so you can pull up on me, folks.
Bro,
and I'll
just
drill your
walk
ass where the fuck
past
you
it.
stand, folks.
Yo,
I'll pull up in my
just,
buddy.
bro.
Where you at?
Bro, just
Let's
walk
do
past
this.
it. It's not
Violence
that
is
serious.
a conversation.
But okay,
Observing report.
The judge said that.
Go ahead.
The judge said that he was a gang member, and the reason they said is because he was found with a group of MS-13 gang members. He had money in his pocket that had the eyes and ears crossed out, similar to what the MS-13 gang members said. If an informant that they've used
Where
before.
was the tattoos? You said he
I
had
never
what?
mentioned the
Say it again.
tattoos. I never mentioned tattoos.
I can mention them for you. They're
No,
numerical representations of letters.
But Donald Trump keep on posting it, and Donald Trump keeps saying,
Have
"Why
I
is
ever
this not?"
said anything
why
about
is
the
Trump- why is-
tattoos?
but why is Trump
Have
sitting
I
there
said
talking
so-
about those MS?
I haven't said
13
anything
tattoos?
about tattoos. I'm
Big
saying what the
fucking deal.
judge.
They're still
I'm saying what
numerical
both judges.
I
in
can't hear you
2000
because it's the old ass person on the bottom of the screen talking.
Hey yo, chill out. I'm not saying what Trump said. I'm not saying the tattoos. I'm saying what two judges said when the first judge and the judge when he appealed his case to. They had an informant that they worked with before in that police department and said, yes, this dude is a daggone MS-13 gang member. He had the rank of, I believe, what is
Bro,
it, Chakeo
you
or
just
something?
said they had an informant that told him that he was an MS-13
Hey man,
member.
why you gonna
So
try to
if I
say
locked
this
you
old
up-
ass dude on the bottom?
Chill
you
out,
a
yo,
natural
Jackson,
ass
Jackson.
hell.
All
Observing
right, whatever, bro. I
report.
don't fight, fam. I don't fight. Period, bro. I don't
Observing
fight, bro.
report.
I don't
Yo.
fight, bro.
Stop
Talking
with
about
the
the
violence.
OG.
Stop.
Knock me out, boy.
Well, no. He
Stop.
talking about the OG at the bottom. He need to observe.
Stop, bro. Y'all got, I don't want to have to mute y'all. I really don't. But y'all gotta
Yeah,
let.
start muting.
Y'all guys gotta
Start
chill
muting
out
again.
though.
That should be your little logo.
Menace.
Start
My
muting
bad,
again.
Menace. But he
I
need
don't want-
to observe and report though.
But this, I'm gonna say it again. The judge in 2019, the information she received was he had money in his pocket with the eyes and ears crossed out. He was found with a group of MS-13 gang members. There was a confidential informant that they used that said that he was a gang member, and he had the rank of, I think it's called Chakeo or something, which is not a full-fledged member, but it's because he had to unalive a particular person or something like that before he reached full-fledged status. and it was the daggone gang unit that's
Bro,
that
this
the
is
judge
all
got this
hearsay,
information
bro.
in some.
This is all hearsay,
It wasn't
fam.
hearsay. It was from a
This is
Two
hearsay,
judges
fam.
saw this information and said this. And then if you want to talk about the tattoos,
You got somebody that's already incarcerated vouching, talking about he's an MS-13 member, bro.
it was the informant was someone that they have used before. You say you don't trust that informant?
I'm just saying he's an informant for a reason, right or wrong. He's already a rat to begin with.
What's wrong with being a rat, bro?
Like, what? He's a rat to begin with. He gonna say what he got to say to survive.
I don't care about that crap. If the
Like,
information
what?
is good,
You got to, because that's
Bro,
how the
they-
world
it was-
works. What do you
okay.
mean you don't care about that?
Okay, he was found with a group of MS-13 gang members. You don't
What
have anything to say about
fact
that?
there's arrest records.
What?
I think
He was
George
found
wants
with
to
a
say
group
something.
of MS-13 gang members. You don't have anything to say about that?
I mean, a group of Mexicans could be a group of MS-13 members, so
Hey,
that
I
don't mean
think
nothing
George-
to me, bro.
That's a
That
cartel.
don't mean nothing
MS-13
to
is
me.
El Salvador. MS-13
It don't
is El
matter, bro.
Salvador.
It don't matter, bro. It doesn't matter, bro.
Hey,
It
let
doesn't
my
matter.
brother George say something at
The
the
hell?
bottom, though.
Hey,
Let
yo,
It's
George
crazy
say
how y'all know
take it
more
out,
about the
will ya?
gangs than the gangs know about the gangs. Crazy. What the fuck?
Hey, security guard. Hey, security guard. Let George say something.
Hey, yo, stop with the like attacks, like personal attacks. Chill out with that, okay?
Nah, let him keep going, because I
Yo,
don't play them games. bro.
Jackson
I'm
and
telling
fuck
you
your
right now.
feelings. Stop with the personal attack and trying to come after each other. Just chill.
And he think it's sweet because we're on the internet and shit, but it's all good though.
Yo,
Hey, his
y'all
name
need,
fuck
yo,
your
It's all
feelings,
good,
so
bro.
y'all
he
need to
shouldn't have
chill
no
out
feelings.
and let's be respectful.
Hey, no hard feelings, fam, because I know the niggas I got gonna step behind
Yeah,
you, folks.
you shouldn't have no feelings.
All right,
Okay.
yeah, all right.
How about you bring your friends and I'll bring my special forces friends and we'll see who wins.
Bro, let's stop with these
I'll bring my
daggone
special
threats.
forces friends and see who wins. Yeah, okay, buddy, I'll be waiting.
I got my money on the security
I'll
guard.
be waiting.
Calm them down.
Hey, thrifty homesteading grandma. What's up, Meemaw?
Hi, how are you?
Oh, you have such a lovely voice,
How the hell
girl.
do you deal with this?
I know I'm overstimulating over them.
I'm trying to make sure it doesn't get this far.
Crazy.
Well, we need a security guard. We need somebody to help
Jackson,
us.
stop with the personal attacks, please. Chill out.
Stop it right now. Stop it right now.
That's what I'm saying. This man
Meemaw.
35 years old.
Meemaw.
35 years old, by the way.
Yes,
You
man.
should have grew out of that a long time.
Meemaw,
right now.
what is your opinion about Trump? Do you consider him to be a racist, fascist, or dictator?
No, I do not.
Oh, damn, we're trying to get some of the opposition. What's your feelings about this? What do you know anything about this stuff going on? Like so much, like, what do you think is going on? Do you think that Abrego Garcia should have been deported?
I do believe he should be deported based on the judge's information and stuff he did, and also where there's been stuff brought up about his wife making complaints.
Hey, Asia.
Let me
quick
make
question.
an observation. Everybody
Asia.
that said that they voted for him is above the age of 50.
Asia.
Day, be quiet. Day,
Asia.
Thank you. I'm proud to be above
Asia,
the
do-
age of 50.
what-
Have a
did
good
you-
night there, sir.
Do you think he should be deported, Asia?
Who would be deported?
Abrego Garcia.
Who's that?
You don't know Abrego Garcia?
No.
The Maryland man?
No, I'm not from Maryland, so why would I care about
Okay, I
happening in
question.
Maryland?
Do you think my boy Donnie T is racist, fascist, or dictator?
She said,
There's
Just
some
remember
questionable
Kamala
stuff for
Harris.
Trump. You have to admit, there's some questionable things.
What have he done
Just
that's
remember-
questionable?
Like, why is he only targeting Mexicans?
He's not targeting Mexicans.
Yes, he is. He
He just revoked someone's visa that was from the Middle East. That's not
goddamn
Mexican.
right.
What about those?
Everybody-
It was two
everybody's on
European.
the table.
It was two Germans that I think that he sent them to like another country. I think because two Germans overstayed their visa and they got kicked out too.
But he always pinpoints us.
I got a question. I got a
Mexicans.
question. If they're
I'm
here
black too,
illegally,
yo.
are they allowed to be Should they be allowed to stay here if they're here illegally?
Who?
If an immigrant from Mexico comes here illegally, crosses the border, jumps the border, should they be illegally allowed to stay here?
Yeah, but not harming the country. You know what I'm saying?
Why?
She said,
Y'all at the Lakewood
Why?
Ride.
Because you're humans too. Why not?
Why
How
can't
would
they?
you know
wait,
that they
wait.
jumped the border anyways?
Why can't they just stay in Mexico?
Why you
Because this is
gotta
a free
be so
world.
Some
rude?
people
Why would it
run
matter?
from
Wait. Do
running
you
If I
from
believe
want to go
in
reality.
borders?
vacation in Bahamas, I go vacation in Bahamas. What the hell?
Do you believe
If
in
I want to go to
borders?
Germany, why not? Because I
Nobody give a
can.
damn where you go to vacation
Yo,
at. Don't nobody
Asia,
give
do
a
you believe in borders?
I believe that we should mind our own damn business.
talking about
Then
where
Facts.
you
if
go
we
to
should mind our
vacation
own
at.
damn business, since you also stay in our
Bro, we
own
know you
damn
don't
country,
vacation. You can't
Give
relate.
a
We know.
fuck.
We know. You can't relate. We know. We know.
Day Day, you shut up,
We
Day
know
Day.
you can't relate, bro.
Day Day, be quiet.
hey,
You
Jack, I'm
can't.
gonna let Jack, not fuck your feelings. Make
That's
your
top
point.
flight
Let's
over
make
there.
your
Day
point
Day.
on why Trump is a fascist. I'm gonna let you talk. If someone try to talk
Bro,
over
if
you, I'll
y'all
mute them. Go ahead.
thank you. Bro, if y'all really think Donald Trump is
How is
making a
just
change,
answer the question? How is he a
let me finish.
fascist?
Come on, bro.
Okay.
I didn't say he was a
What's the
fascist. Y'all
definition of
said
a
that.
fact?
How is he? Is he a
Top flight
dictator
security
or a
of the
racist
world, Craig.
or
He's
just
trying to be a dictator, yes.
how? Okay, what is
Of
just
the
tell
And
me
of
your
course
world,
he's a
Craig.
racist, of
just
course.
tell me your problem with Donald Trump, Big Donnie T.
My
It's
problem with
treating
him
me
is that he
silly.
tried to bring them five black
You
men
sure
that had
somebody
did that
else?
little Harlem thing that had already got exonerated. He brought them back, trying to discredit them. That's my problem with
I
him.
got one
That's why I
question,
think how
kid.
I think.
Can I ask you one question? Did they admit to doing the crime? Yes or no?
What do you mean? What do
Top
you
flight
mean?
of
They
the
were
world,
young.
Day
They
Day.
were
Go ahead.
kids. What?
Hold on, Day Day. Answer that question because he got you
They
right
were
there. He
kids. What
got
are
you
you
right
talking?
there,
Stop.
Day
They
Day.
I
answered
want
that question because
stop.
they were 12 years old and they admitted to answer that
They were like
question.
15, 16.
Fucking dumbass.
Let me say something. If you admit to doing a crime and it gets in the news
Swear to
that
God, it
you
be the
admitted to doing
same
that
nigga I get
crime,
punched in the motherfucking face, bro. On
stop.
God, bro.
Listen,
Be
bro.
the
Chill
same
out.
nigga.
My nigga, chill out, big little homie. Chill out, big
Hey, you
homie.
can't say that
Big
word.
All right, I'm finna
dog.
mute.
You cannot
Come
say
on,
that word.
family. Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
not like
Chill.
us. They not like us. They not
if
like
if
us.
someone
So
admits to doing
confusing
a
the issue of
crime
facts,
and
bro.
everybody, the governor, like
Yeah, get
everybody
your
is
facts right,
thought
old
that
head.
this dude,
Old
he's
school. Get your facts right, old school. Born in the fucking 18th century, you
Day Day,
bum.
hey, Day Day,
Memories.
shut up, Day Day.
Huzzah.
Fucking bum
Top,
ass nigga. Get your facts right, old
Do
head.
not say that.
Don't confuse the issue.
top flight of the world, Craig. Top flight of the world,
Don't get me
Craig.
again,
can y'all
please.
Yeah,
stop,
get your facts
please?
right, old
Top
head.
flight security.
Yo,
Shut your
Get your
ass up.
facts right, old school.
hey yo, Jackson, fuck your
Your
son, I'm
time
about to
been up,
drop both
fam.
of y'all.
I'm sorry, host
Please
man,
chill
but
out.
he
All right, I'm done. I'm
Do
done.
not do that,
started
I'm
this
done.
Jackson.
shit.
Please
He
chill
started
out.
this shit.
Please chill out. I'm not Jackson, but fuck your feelings about us telling us the problem with Trump and his issue with him. And he said that one was the daggone what's it called? Central Park 5. I'm saying if you admit to doing a crime and people say, yeah, these dudes that admitted
Bro,
doing this
come
crime is
on, bro. You
guilty.
can't
No,
say
stop.
that, bro.
Just listen.
You can't say that,
Just
though.
listen. If someone admits to doing a crime and I say, oh, he's guilty then, what the fuck you got?
You can't say that, though. They were young. They were kids, bro. You would admit to something if somebody said, oh, you can go home if you just
I
say
would ask for a
this.
lawyer. I would say, let me talk to my lawyer.
They didn't
I've
know
known
that,
that since
bro.
I was a
They
jet.
don't, they
Shut
don't,
the fuck up
but
and
they don't,
ask for the
no,
police.
they don't teach that for everybody, bro. They're in New York City, bro. Think about
Oh,
this. The
not
Big
everyone's
Apple,
like
folks. Come
you.
on, bro.
Hey, Day Day, just because you an officer, man,
Yo,
you
Jackson.
know.
Jackson,
Bro, this
please.
man is so corny, bro.
Jackson,
You
chill
directed
out.
towards a grown man. I'm a grown man, and you sitting here D-rotting me, bro. That's a crime,
Yo,
fam.
big pause.
That's a
Big
crime.
pause.
He's doing it. He's
Hey,
doing it. Every time he opens his mouth, every
please,
time he opens
officer.
his
Hey,
mouth, he
yo.
says something about me, bro.
Jackson, fuck y'all feelings. I'm going to have to drop y'all. Y'all do this. Last one because.
Drop him. He's opened his. I don't even say
Wait,
nothing to him.
stop. Asia's live content is flagged for hate speech and hateful behavior. Repeated violation because result in being removed from this TikTok live. Yo, Asia, you doing something. You're doing something, and I don't know. You're not getting banned, but it say you're getting flagged for doing some shit. I don't know what it is.
What am I getting flagged for?
I don't know what
Day Day.
whatever you was doing. Just take off just drop your camera, okay? Just drop your camera.
Doing a whole bunch of this shit.
I was doing my nails. Like I
Yo,
just got my
that
nails.
just looks wrong. I don't
Just
care.
one
I
of
just
Day
did my
Day's
nails.
25 followers.
Yo, you're gonna have to you have to just drop. I'm gonna drop your camera because I don't know what. I don't want you to get in trouble, and I'm not trying to get dropped from the live. I think because the way you had your hand up, they assumed that was that daggone H-man salute. But we're just gonna leave it
No,
like.
because it's because I'm black.
The only
'Cause I'm a
thing I'll
Negro.
say about the Central Park Five is this: if they admit to the crime and that's the only information you get, and then you run with it, that doesn't make you a racist. If they admit to the crime, even though it was coerced, no one knew that. Donald Trump didn't know that. No one knew that. They were going off the information they had, and he rolled with it. And for the record, he was also a Democrat, if you want to play it like that.
Hey, yo, Mouse, quick thing, Mouse. Are you the opposition or are you pro-Trump? Write it in the comment section right quick. All right, back to Jackson, not Jackson, but fuck your feelings, explaining us to his issues with one of the greatest presidents ever, the best president in my lifetime.
You can't say that, bro. Well, that's your opinion.
Dede.
You can't say that. That's your opinion. Everybody's entitled to their own opinions, bro.
Go ahead.
I can't change your mind about that.
What?
But what I can say was what he did with them five was messed up, bro.
Okay.
Either way it go, however y'all talking about they admitted they told on themselves, whatever case may be, bro.
Okay, next thing though.
And it wasn't even no admission. They didn't do it.
What's your next thing? Let's move. Look, okay, we got the Central Park 5. We have different opinions about it. What's the next particular thing for you?
How bold all these YT people feeling online, but in real life, that energy is not replicated, folks.
Shut up, dog.
You saying that YT people are feeling some type of way
Sound
online?
like Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Well, I got a question.
You can see it right now.
I got a question. You ain't seen all the stuff that Black Lives Matter protesters were doing? Like, no matter what white people do, they're trying to call them evil. I feel like y'all, the whole Black Lives Matter shit is just it's a response to that. They say, hey, we tried that shit, and no matter what we did, y'all still said we was racist. So you know what? Fuck y'all. We're going back to how we was treating y'all. Like, it's just like y'all ain't shit you can do right or wrong.
I don't follow Black Lives Matter. I don't follow Democrats. I don't follow Republicans. I make my own path, bro. So everybody that's following behind you, y'all my leaders and stuff are like, hell, Donald Trump.
It's
not
just
weird,
you, bro. Yo, it's no hell Donald Trump. Donald Trump got some.
I mean, that's how they taking it, bro.
No, Donald
Let me
Trump
tell you this story.
is kind of fucked up as a person, but we need a fucked up person to kind of run this shit from time to time.
We don't, bro. We don't.
Hey,
bro.
Daddy,
Why?
all you do is follow that goddamn flashlight you got. You a flashlight cop.
See what I'm saying? He coming at me again, folks. I ain't gonna say nothing though.
Jackson,
I'm gonna let it slide because I'm a grown man.
No. You know, no. I'm sorry. I gotta get him every now and then.
Jackson,
why
no
he feel
offense,
like
but
that? I
like,
don't know.
you
Why
kept
he
on
feel like that? I
antagonizing.
don't
You
know,
cool
bro.
peoples though, but you just kept on antagonizing.
He kept
Yo,
come on, and
fuck
I
your
let
feelings.
it go.
Leave it alone.
But yeah, bro, you gotta admit
I'll
that,
bring you
bro.
back on
That is
a little
wrong,
bit,
bro. That is wrong, bro. You gotta admit. Come on, bro.
Half the shit he's saying, I agree with.
The what?
And that's so fucked up because I'm the center myself.
And I'm not even.
I've said it 100 times. Left, right, black, white, both wings on the same jive ass turkey. It doesn't matter. It's all about divisionism, and that's what the world's coming to now. It's all about fucking divisionism. And people won't recognize that because Americans too poor to pay attention.
They want to divide us.
Yeah, and I apologize, George. I ain't mean to go off on you like that, George. Real. I'm really a nice guy, but I am.
Who got the money from Black
I am
Lives Matter
passionate about what I
donations?
believe in.
Huh? What you said?
Yeah, I know you passionate. Who got the money from Black Lives Matter donations?
The way that Jesse Lee Peterson, I think it
Matter.
was Jesse Lee Peterson said it. The people that got the donations was 3 fat black lesbians. That's how he said it. But
Isn't that wild, bro?
bought mansions.
Isn't that wild?
Did it not?
They bought-
Wait.
brother,
Did it? Who was it? Candace Owens. Didn't she do like a whole investigation shit where she found out the people that that created Black Lives Matter? People said they weren't the ones that created, but the people that took credit for creating Black Lives Matter that got a whole bunch of donations, bought $1 million mansions.
Yes.
Yeah, they did.
It was 3 black girls that was saying they took credit for Black Lives Matter and they took a whole bunch of nations and they bought mansions with them. What's wrong with that, agent?
Listen.
Yup, exactly.
I support the movement. I don't support the organization.
But you dang well call the Black Lives Matter race as soon as you don't like the narrative.
I support the movement. I don't support the organization.
Let me ask you a question, Asian. How many unarmed black people are killed by cops a year?
Bruh, I don't know. I don't
How
have
many
my laptop with me
armed
right
black
now.
men kill
Young sir,
other black men? Have you
I don't
seen the
have that right
statistics
now.
for
Bro, look that up.
black violence?
The menace.
It's higher than cops,
I think
bro.
it's under
Have you
20.
been to
Off
St.
the top of
Louis?
my head, I think it's under 20 black people that are killed by the police.
Stop doing that.
It's like
Stop
12.
on the top of your head. Go look it
Literally,
up.
bro. Literally, we have higher black on black crime than we do
Thank
actually
you.
police on black.
I'm glad I'm seeing you type on the keyboard, sir. Keep doing that,
How many? Oh, damn.
It's wild, bro. It's wild, bro.
Ask me
So,
questions I don't know. Look it
people
up.
can complain about the police brutality. I mean, they do go to a little bit of extreme, but you can't sit here and hate cops when blacks kill more blacks than cops do.
Yeah, but if you're fearing for that as a cop, you shouldn't be a
think that's
cop.
bullshit, go to Chicago, bro. You think that's bullshit, go to Chicago and then go to East St. Louis, bro. Tell me who's shooting up who. It's all
I
black
went to
people, bro. You think
Chicago
that's
for
bullshit?
naval training, actually. When I joined the Navy, I had to go to Chicago for basic.
That's just nothing but black on black violence, bro. I promise you.
But if that's what's
not even
deterring you from
racist,
being
bro.
a
It's
cop,
just
you
the
shouldn't be a
fact
cop
that
anyway.
The black community isn't supporting Trump
Okay,
because they
but
think
only
he's
killing
racist because
12
they believe in
black
notion
people
that
a
don't
year,
exist.
unarmed black people a year, don't mean anything. But if you look at the statistics on how many black
Those
people kill
statistics.
cops, it's a lot higher.
I highly
Literally,
doubt.
hey, they never talked about Floyd Mayweather. What was
Floyd
that one dude?
Mayweather?
Floyd, what was his last name? It was that Floyd dude that has
Floyd?
neck stepped on by a
George
cop.
Floyd.
They never talked about his felonies that he had before that. They
never-
just said that
Because
They
it
also
wasn't
said
important,
that.
bro.
by a cop is
They
a
also
problem.
said
They
that
never
the
talked
amount of
about
stuff in his
felonies.
system, he would have passed away if he was at home. He was screaming, "I can't breathe!" while he was in the car before even getting out. He was screaming, "I can't breathe!" Like, come on
I was
now.
about to say Floyd Mayweather, bro. I swear.
But still, that's not an excuse for him to be where he at right now, though.
I'll put it like this. I'll put it like this. I'll put it like this.
No, bro.
The
Y'all just
officer
protecting
didn't
people
do
that are actually
anything.
bad people, bro.
The officer didn't do anything to particularly help his condition, but the officer, if he wasn't even there, he would still not be here because you know what he had it.
And that's the same shit
He
with
was chewing on
Mexican
something they
people
call
too,
an
bro.
eight
That Trump's
ball.
not trying to get rid of you.
He was on that
Yeah, that's the
stuff.
same shit with Mexican
No,
people
that's
too.
hearsay, bro. That's
Trump's not
hearsay.
trying to
Bruh,
get rid of Mexicans
they-
either. He's trying to get rid of MS-13
In the
because they're supporting
autopsy
drugs
That's
report-
and sex
hearsay,
violence.
bro.
Bro,
You
the
can't say that,
autopsy,
bro.
the autopsy report said that. The family got their own autopsy report, but the autopsy report said that, bruh, he was on that stuff. I can't say that because TikTok guidelines, but he was on that stuff.
stays in your system for a while, folks. That
Bro,
stays in your system for a
he
while.
was driving while
If you
on
think
that.
Trump's so bad, then why is it that the majority of young generations that counted for a Democrat vote voted for Trump? The percentage of people that voted Democrat 4 years ago voted Trump this year.
Bro, there's more black people voting for the Republican Party and
'Cause
Trump than any
They're
time
under
before.
they're under the conception that the
Where'd you get
Democrat
that from?
the Democratic Party is bad.
It was
Look
92%
it
of
up.
black women voted for Kamala, and it was 80 something for it was in the 80s. It was the
It was all
highest
men.
number.
It was
It was
all
the
men.
highest. Yeah, the
Young
black
Can you
men.
look that up for me, please?
Black men left
Can
of
you-
the Democratic
can you
Party.
post that? Can you send it to me?
I can't find the exact one. Quick
Democrats
thing,
don't give a
quick
fuck
thing,
about
Asia.
men. They just give a fuck about
Send
paying
it to
women
me,
to live off
please.
the
I can't
government.
find the thing that said about the
Why you get
black
EBT
people. I
cards?
can't find that one, but I'm pretty sure it's under
Can you
20 from the
send it?
stuff I heard.
Bruh.
How many
Those
black
are
people voted for
stereotypes.
Trump?
Find it. Send it to me,
How
please.
many black people voted for Trump?
I don't know,
No,
but I'm not
yeah,
one
yeah.
of them.
Bro, what do you mean send it to you? You can look that up. You got a
You the
computer next to you. I
1%
know you do.
gang.
You just trying to act dumb because of the fact that you know that shit's true. That's what.
What?
It is. That's
What's
why.
true?
That's why Falk was throwing little comments to people and calling them out because he was getting mad that he didn't have facts to debunk it.
Agent Double
That's usually
Zero.
what we're talking
Agent
about.
Ozo.
What are you talking about, bro?
Exactly.
Yeah, so you all get mad, bro.
Hey, yo,
Nah, seriously.
Okay,
'cause
let's
I don't-
stay
I
on
don't-
topic, y'all. Let's stay on topic.
This entire
While I try to
conversation.
look this stuff up, let's stay on topic.
It was 12% of black people voted for Trump. 12%.
Can you
Yeah.
name the site that was off of so they can look it up?
12% voted for Trump.
Yeah, 12% of black people voted for Trump this year around.
Dang, you got
But why was
1%
this
on?
relevant? Wait. Why was this relevant? Why was this relevant?
Fuck it.
Because I was making a statement that
Because
if Trump is-
y'all saying that Trump's racist. He's saying he's Hitler, but I haven't seen him actually put people in gas chambers yet.
And
And
he
last
has-
time I
don't mean
checked,
that he
Biden got
not.
1.5
He
million
has-
Just
people
because I
killed in
don't
Ukraine and
tell you
Russia,
that I
bro,
got a
yet
firearm
you're
don't mean I
considering
don't.
Daddy Biden.
What? I never
kinda
considered
weird.
Biden my daddy. Not one time. He's a
Yeah, that's
grown
not-
man.
that's
folks.
not what the
He's
poster
a
was saying
grown
4 years
man.
ago.
Bro.
He was
He's a
looking stupid,
grown
bro.
man.
Yo,
No,
Hey, when
Agent,
these things
chill
came out, y'all
out.
was bragging about it, bro.
Agent got one. Nah, wait. Who
I'm
was
not
that talking?
Asian.
Agent.
Oh, it's
He
Asian,
got
bro.
one
It's
too.
Asian for sure.
He got one too. You had got one too, bro. You know you got that stimulus. Don't lie. Don't lie. You got a stimmy check, bro.
And
I
yo,
did.
just
You didn't see me vote
Biden's
for
not
Biden.
Okay.
I didn't vote for
Biden's not
Biden.
y'all daddy.
Like,
It wasn't
Trump
because of
is.
Biden. It was because we were up
Yeah,
in the
look at that
recession.
2020, boy. Fuck.
Biden's not your daddy. Trump is.
Look at it.
What is that? What is that? 2025?
No, it's 2020.
Let me bring this to the
What
front.
is this? What is this for? I mean, the election was,
Agent wanted the information about.
Bro. He had Elon Musk on his side, bro.
Zoom out.
And
I can't see.
Elon Musk is one of the
That's why you
greatest
have the
African
nerd in the
Americans.
classroom doing your test for you, bro.
Bruh,
You gonna pass.
Oh, I'm so glad you said that because when I say it, I catch flack.
Elon Musk is one of the greatest. Elon Musk is one of the greatest African Americans. I was.
Oh my gosh.
No,
bro.
you're a black American. You're a black American. Come on, dog. Like, where from Africa are you from?
Wherever they took us from, wherever they took my ancestors from.
You can see black men right there, right? Black men is 71% for Democrats and 24 for Republican for Trump. So black man was.
I know my history, bro. I know my
black man was saying, "Yo, we fuck with Trump."
Bro, you're
black women was at 90%,
from England somewhere,
and white women was black women was black women that vote for Trump was like 7%.
I see more blue for the black people than I do red. What are you talking about?
Yes, I said he had the highest for Republicans in forever. I'm not saying he had all of them.
Not high though, gang.
You're showing the
For the
demographic
Republican
from 2020,
Party,
so
big dog.
2020.
For the Republican Party,
You the big dog. You aren't.
Let's be real. Let's be real now. If Obama had ran, we all know why Kamala didn't become the next president. Because if Obama would have ran, we wouldn't even had the problem, bro. Because she's a lady.
Hey, let me ask you a question. What did
because she was a girl, because she was scheming.
Wait, yeah, what did Obama do for the black community?
Nothing.
I'm not looking at what he's doing for the community.
Hey, yo,
and he did do something for the community.
Guys got sent over there and got killed over there in a war because of the fact that ICE was up and running.
What?
What did Obama do? He deported more people than any standing president ever has in history.
Hey, yo,
quick.
Hey, yo,
y'all can't talk about deporting.
Stop. Hey, yo, quick thing.
That's a double-edged sword, bro.
Ski. Okay, a communist want to come up right quick. If someone want to drop, I'll bring you back on. But the communist, there's one of the commies, a red, want to come up right quick. Anyone want to drop right quick?
Yo, I want to hear what the communist said, bro. Please.
I'm gonna drop you.
I bet he got some facts.
Agent, I'll drop you right quick and bring you back up. All right?
That's fine. Go ahead, do it.
Obama also ran on closing Guantanamo Bay because he was a lawyer. And guess what's still open? Guantanamo Bay.
Hey,
they just said they were going to reopen it, though.
Stop. Привет, камрад. Все хорошо.
Somebody, but it's all in the news that Donald Trump wanted to open it up and put more money into it.
It's never closed.
Wait. Stop.
That's what they've been saying.
Stop. Привет, камрад. Все хорошо.
Actually, this is America. The official language here is
I'm
English.
talking. This dude is a daggone communist. Come on now. That's how they talk.
I don't care.
Привет, все хорошо.
We're in America.
Go ahead.
We are in America.
Post-punk freak, the commie. What's up? What you got for us?
But what's the topic right now?
We're saying they're telling me that Trump is a racist, fascist, or a dictator, and I'm not. And I'm saying he's not. And can you tell me in what ways my boy Donnie T is either racist, fascist, or a dictator?
Okay, so I would like to preface all those claims first. I don't believe he is a dictator. I believe he wants to be one, but I don't believe he'll have the ability to be one. Fascism is a very loose term to define, but I mean, if you read the 14 Tenets of Fascism, by Umberto Eco, Trump would fill out almost every aspect within those, and so would the Democratic Party.
I never read these 14 things. Can you please explain to us these 14 things and why my boy is a fascist?
Didn't Kamala Harris say freedom of speech was a privilege, not a right?
I don't support Harris.
That was actually the Nestle Crunch CEO.
That was Kamala Harris.
That was also the Nestle Crunch CEO.
Yeah, Harris is also a fascist.
Okay, explain this. Give us the details of why Trump is a fascist with these 14 tenets, okay?
Here, so do you want me to just read the titles, or do you want me
you don't have to read it word for word. You could just paraphrase it for all the for what you remember and something like that.
So the first one would be powerful and continuing nationalism. Fascist regimes tend to make
stop. What's wrong with nationalism?
I think there's a difference between like workers' nationalism and just nationalism of like a certain government. I think American nationalism.
What when you say nationalism, isn't that like from the definition, like putting your country first to the detriment of other countries?
I think like so the difference between like worker nationalism and then like governmental nationalism is worker nationalism would be like support for the people within your country against like other countries like imperialism. And then I think governmental nationalism.
Wait, I'm confused. You're saying Trump is a governmental nationalism, where he's like the American government number one or something like that?
No. What I'm saying is that Trump like perpetuates American imperialism, like overseas, like when he's trying to colonize the Gaza Strip.
Okay, so about the Gaza Strip. If who's gonna rebuild the Gaza Strip?
Where are you from? I like your accent.
I'm from Appalachia, Eastern Kentucky.
It sounds like it.
Hey, this is not a dating show, y'all. Too keep it in your pants.
Okay, first of all,
they can rebuild it. I mean, they.
Well, I think if you like so let's say, let's say these towns that Jewish people lived in were destroyed, and then Mustache Man is like, let's kick all these guys out and rebuild this. Is that a good thing? And like Trump has stated that there would be no possibility for Palestinians to return. Like I think it's bad to try to rebuild something that you yourself have destroyed.
See the thing, I'll agree with you on this particular thing. We shouldn't be trying to be involved in Gaza and try to be and do that stuff like that. But like they have destroyed it. Like, come on now.
What I'm saying is like you can't burn a house down and then call 911 and portray yourself as a hero.
Did Trump burn the house down?
He funded Israel throughout his term, yeah.
Yes.
And then when he
wait. When did it start?
Yeah, it started. Well, if you want to go back to like when it actually started,
Don't go to 1945 or something.
Started after World War II when Britain colonized land and gave it to Jewish people. But I mean, like if you want to talk about, like,
was it under Trump's presidency it started or under the previous administration?
Yeah, like if you want to talk about like when we started funding Israel heavily, it was under Biden. Yes. I don't like Biden.
So you're saying, like Trump is funding Israel because they're our ally.
Like here, look, this is what happened most recently. When he first got into office and he stopped governmental funding to like places overseas such as Ukraine, he paused it everywhere except Israel.
Okay, what's wrong with that? Israel is our ally.
But whenever we talk about Israel, we can't talk political because Israel has a really tight hold on the United States in general. Whenever it comes to media,
I don't want to have to get into this. Like,
okay, here
I'll say I'm a Christian nationalist, and I don't believe we should be funding Israel, and we pretty much should like another country is doing some BS. We're just gonna be like, that's it, bro. We chilling over here. Can we buy some stuff? Oh, y'all got stuff that we want. We got stuff y'all want. Let's trade. But funding other countries to give them money so they could go to war and stuff like that.
Talk about Israel, but
I don't agree with that.
I think we shouldn't support Germany, the UK, France, and stuff like that. Since you have a problem supporting Israel, because those are also our allies.
Why do we need to support? Why do we need to support these? They're not allies. They need our support. They're dependent.
We shouldn't. I'm just using his argument against them. We support Israel because they are our allies, but we also support all our other allies too.
We should.
So if he has a problem with Israel,
but we know why we
with all the other ones.
Bro, I'm a nationalist.
But we know why we support Israel so heavy.
Any of those countries, like there's no reason.
I agree.
I agree. Like if a country needs, this is my thing. If a country needs America's like support and help to survive, then they shouldn't be around. In if you're solely relying like, oh, we need America, we got America on our back for your survival, then like you shouldn't be around.
Israel is one of our greatest allies. I mean, who remembers the 6 Day War?
I don't like what they did after 9/11, but that's a separate issue.
But I
don't think it's good to support your allies when they're
Remember June 8, 1967, when they attacked? What was it? The U.S. It was
a warship.
US,
wasn't it a warship that they?
Liberty, right?
and then they were like, "Oh, we didn't see it," and then the U.S. was like, "Oh, okay, cool."
It was a research vessel.
The whole thing with Israel is different, though. Like, the whole thing
Literally.
Israel's different, though, because like right now, Israel's actually going through national like issues.
That
like
they're
the
creating.
UN just had a whole thing about Israel breaking treaty lines with Gaza because there's supposed to be two states. So and Israel's regulating people coming in and out of Gaza, which is actually breaking their treaty, and it's actually going through the UN right now.
Well,
I mean, if you
I don't, me personally, I'm not gonna like. If some people try to start talking about Israel, it seems like I'm defending them. Me personally, I don't care one way about Israel or Palestine.
I mean,
I'll
the
have
only
stuff like
thing
that. Go ahead.
The only thing I'll say about Israel is this. I mean, I don't like their policy whenever there's captures because we do a bunch of fucked up things in the military too, on the U.S. part. But the Israels, whenever there's hostages, they'll just blow up the entire building and say, fuck them hostages.
Yeah,
But not any hostages. They go for women and children because that's what they just did this last time. They killed over 200 women and children. They didn't aim for military
Facts.
men. They aimed for a civilized area where there was no war, and they killed women and children, and that was Israel. And now there's a big problem because the whole thing with Trump, he told them, listen, if you guys can't get along, we'll just own Gaza Strip and babysit you. And now they're like, oh, don't do that. Don't do that. And then as soon as we let them go, look what happens. They give, 6 hostages for 600 freaking Gaza soldiers, and now they're mad because the deal wasn't a good deal, so they go bomb women and children. That's a problem in today's society. That shouldn't be happening, okay? Like, we're in a civil society
they
where
do
we
a
have
bunch of messed up things, but I'll tell you what our military does. Whenever there's a gas war and we don't have ways to test if the gas has dissipated yet, we send out the youngest recruit and be like, well, if they get sick or die, Yeah,
But if you think what we do in America is bad, you need to see what North Korea is doing right now.
Wait.
They still have concentration camps, and you're not allowed to leave the military.
Wait, can I say something? I don't want you guys to think I'm crazy, but like, what? Maybe North Korea isn't bad. Like, maybe it's just mostly propaganda.
Have you seen the concentration camps? Do you know what happens?
Stop. If North Korea is not,
if people for not supporting their government.
Why would
Okay,
if
so
North
what
Korea
about
is not
Americans?
so
What should
bad?
happen to
how
Americans
come-
that quit?
No, if North Korea is not so bad, how come when people leave North Korea, they're like, bruh, this shit was horrible. It's never like, you know what? It was bad, but like, I was just chilling a little. Like, it's never like something calm. It's
What
like,
about
bro,
the
this shit was
3
like,
guys that got
fucked up.
tortured in North Korea?
It's
the 3
because
Americans that got tortured.
there's only like 2 defectors that people can actually name, being Yeonmi Park and Oh Chung-san. Yeonmi Park being funded by libertarian think tanks, and her story quite literally changes all the time.
What
And
about
then-
the TikToker from North Korea?
You talking about that Asian girl that just started doing podcasts, right?
Wait, hold on. Yeah, that's Yeonmi Park. But the Charles North Korea is quite literally part of the. He's a terrorist. He's a terrorist. You can look into it. Look what he did to the North Korean embassy in Spain. The Spanish government is currently looking for him.
I'm talking about the TikToker that lives in America that talks about
Yes,
North Korea.
that guy. He committed a terrorist attack in Spain. The Spanish government is currently out for him.
Oh damn, they ain't know about that.
His
Yeah, I
name
don't
is
know nothing about that either.
Charles North Korea. You can look him up. The Spanish government is out for him.
The dude on TikTok that says "Ask a North Korean
Yes,
anything."
that's Charles North Korea. The Spanish government is out for him. He
And you
committed.
you said he bombed a North Korean embassy.
No, he participated in a terrorist attack on the North Korean embassy within Spain.
I mean, if I was stuck in a coal mine, I mean, I'd probably have some pissed off anger too. Lock my ass in a coal mine, give me a couple kernels of corn a day, I'd probably be pretty pissed off.
This was in Spain. He's
Yeah, after he defected.
You're wild for saying North Korea wasn't that bad, though. You're wild for that.
Bruh.
Yeah, can you provide me evidence?
Do you say that North Korea is not that bad because it's a communist state?
No, I'm not defending North Korea because there are like actual problems within North Korea. Just a lot of it being propaganda.
Concentration camps and gas chambers.
Can you?
That's literally what Hitler did. That you guys are claiming Trump is so
Can
racist.
you
for.
provide me evidence for these gas chambers in North Korea?
There's evidence all over the internet.
That's not
of
a
their
source.
torture chambers. That's actually coming from our government, from our military. They have
Could
literally
we-
satellite images of their
Bro, let's
concentration
move.
camps. and you can look it up.
Yo, let's move. let's move past this North Korea thing, bro. He said some wild stuff, but let's move past it. Let's get kind of back on top about my boy Donnie T, that Donald being a racist, daggone dictator,
Nope, he's not
fascist.
racist.
Like, come on.
This
like,
is what I'll say.
Go ahead.
If he was racist, we'd be drinking out of separate water fountains. I promise you. If he was racist, you wouldn't be sitting in the same
But it couldn't happen that fast. It couldn't happen
same
that
bus.
fast.
I don't know what they do in other branches of the military, but in the Navy, we had a bunch of, I don't know how to say it without getting banned, but let's just say people,
The
I don't know how to
transmissions?
say it without getting,
Minorities?
what?
Transmissions or transformers?
Yeah, those.
Oh,
They would
Transformers.
get a PT exemption because they were on medication and about to go into surgery. So they would get a PT exemption, and then I'm over here busting my ass, and they would get a rank before me because they don't have to pass the PT test to get their ranks. They would just give them the rank as, a courtesy, I guess.
Okay, that's
I
not
don't
true. My
really
dad's
care
actually
much
military.
about
He
the
was in
military, to
Navy.
be
That
honest.
never happened.
I mean, the
yeah,
less people
it
within the
happened.
military, the better.
Then you're looking at it the wrong way. It wasn't because they were black. It was because you weren't doing something
I didn't
right.
say they were black.
No.
I didn't
He
say
said
one thing
transformer. He
about a
said
black
transformer.
person. I didn't
He
say
said
one thing about a
transformer.
black person.
He said Transformers.
Yeah. He said transformer.
I mean, the less people within the military, the better.
No, that's not good. That means you're killing your fighting age men. It means you have nothing to protect your country with.
They're not protecting anything. Show me one place where we're protecting our country.
Well, you guys haven't invaded America yet, so I guess they're
Yeah,
protecting
that's
America
the
right
point.
now.
They're fighting overseas in countries that have nothing to do with
That's
it.
because we still got over 1 million troops in the States and do that. That's what happens when you're an actual foreign power. That's what it means when your
We're
nation
just
actually
like
understands how to work the
American
money and the stock systems.
I mean, that's why we go out of our way to set up democracies in other countries, because democracies
what
are easy to
country
control.
have we
We ourselves are
put a
a constitutional
democracy in?
republic.
Bro, we
Bro,
set up
if
democracies
you
in
ever
other countries to
played
make the
Yogi-
U.S. dollar stronger. I'll admit that. We set up democracies
did we
in other
do to
countries for the
Libya?
U.S. dollar.
What did we
And
do
that's
to
not
Libya?
fair. That ain't fair.
And
Well, that's
that's
because
why I'm
we put
saying,
all
as
of
a
our factories in other
nationalist,
countries.
we should leave all these countries alone. And like, y'all stay over there, we'll stay over
Absolutely.
here. If you want to like trade some
Absolutely.
stuff, let's do that. But we shouldn't go into another country and try to change the government. That's my personal
Like
take about it.
during the
Okay, so the other thing to that though is you have to be in another country because guess what? China don't care if you got feelings about if we should be in another country. China will just send over 1 million people. Go ask Japan. Japan's been getting invaded by them for what? Over 1,000 years now. They've been struggling that fight, and then America comes in and we're like, okay, we'll help you out. And now you don't see China fucking with Japan. Japan can tell you all about that. Why you want military everywhere.
dictatorship in like South Korea?
Okay, the one thing I will say about Japan though is they still haven't admitted to what happened. And what was that in China? What they did during World War II, Nanking or whatever. They haven't admitted to that yet, which I don't like at all.
Well, China during World War II was in like a civil war.
I mean, the same thing with America. America didn't admit to blowing up the Nordic pipeline, but it was definitely America.
I'm not saying America's innocent. Trust me. I'm not
Wait,
gonna.
so-
I'm not gonna say America's perfect, but we didn't. Well, I mean, we didn't go around doing what Germany and Japan did during World War II. I mean, we
Yeah,
had
we
some
did.
war crimes.
Look what we did.
Openly
Look what
doing
we did to
war
Japanese citizens. Look what we did to like Japanese American citizens during World War II.
Yeah, we put them
Do
in.
you realize that Japan
camps.
is getting benefit from America so much that they're like they've grown immensely since they've actually joined up with America. Like their stock trades have gone up, their energy's gone up. The only thing they're lacking right now is actually birth rates right now because they have too many birth rates.
What countries?
Birth rates in Japan are going down.
Birth rates around the world is going down. It's only like in African countries where birth rates are actually rising.
Wait. What are you guys' opinion on like Abraham Traore?
What are you talking about?
Wait,
I
say
don't
that
know.
again? What was that? Abraham what?
Burkina
He's a great guy.
Faso. Abraham Traore and what he's doing within Burkina Faso. Like
I
He's a
don't
great
really,
guy.
I don't really
don't
know
know
much
enough
about him, but it seems like he's trying. It seems like people say he's a communist, and I don't like the commies. Better
No,
better
he's
dead
not
than
a-
red.
Nah, he's not a communist, bro.
He's not a
communist.
socialist, but he's still a good leader. I mean, he's like
Yeah.
nationalizing things within.
Are you talking about the guy in Africa who's hurting the white farmers, or am I thinking about something else?
That's South Africa.
Nah, that's something
Burkina Faso's is a different country. I think it's like Eastern Africa, Northeast Africa.
Yeah, like East.
Like he's nationalizing materials within Burkina Faso, and there's like a bunch of coups against him.
Yes,
People keep trying to like overthrow him and whatnot.
and they're trying to
I feel
assassinate
like
him.
If he was so good, why would people be trying to overthrow him?
Because you got to understand the amount of power that the United States has over there, and he's trying to get all their resources and stuff to where they can benefit from it. You feel me? And they're saying over here, hey, it's fine how it is, but they're like, no, our people aren't eating. You feel me? We got to eat too. Y'all eating off our material, off all our minerals and stuff. We need to at least have a chair at the table too.
Go to bed.
Is this the same guy who offered the materials, or am I thinking about something else? Because there was an African country.
That's the old leader.
Oh, the old leader offered us materials?
Yeah, because I think he was part of he wanted. Yeah, that guy right there.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about that. I can't put an opinion out on it.
I'm not gonna act like I know about Burkina Faso either because, hey, all I know is every time I talk to the communists, they talk about, oh, he's a good example of a communist state working. So I don't know what
Burkina Faso hasn't been communist since Sankara, and then Sankara got overthrown. But
I'm just saying we don't know about that. We don't know about that. But
Ibrahim still shows like good elements of being a leader.
Okay, but what about my boy down in T? We only got to like the first part of what, like you said that 14 tenets of like being a fascist.
Yeah.
So what's the second thing about my boy?
Disdain for the recognition of human rights.
He's what?
A disdain for the recognition of human rights.
What human right have he showed disdain for?
You know, I hear if they
so
they don't have anything.
Can we talk like specifically like things that he's running against within the Constitution?
Well, if you're making the claim, you should probably be specific on your claim.
Yeah, we need to be specific.
Yeah, you got to be specific.
What have he did that was
Facts.
against the Constitution? What have he did that was disdain against human rights?
Second Amendment.
Like what?
That's the liberals, not the Republicans.
He just made a law making it so you can actually open carry in almost every state as long as you got your license.
He tried to ban bump stocks, and then it was against the Constitution. And then because the NRA already.
No, you know why? You know how they ban bump stocks? They ban bump stocks by saying that it'll make it a machine gun, just like a switch. That's why they're banned because they have like the assault. I think it was like it was some type of ban on like having machine guns they had in the past, and that's what they classify bump stocks as making the gun a machine gun. That's what they used to ban
and he tried to say that, but then the Supreme Court told him it's not that doesn't make it classified as a machine pew pew. But
didn't more people get raided under Biden for guns than Trump?
Stop. They were taking families.
Wait. No. After the Supreme Court said that's not true, did he continue to do that, or did he stop?
The NRA told him he couldn't do it, and he still tried to. But then the Supreme Court ruled it.
Well, yeah, I know. A lot of presidents will do something, and like they'll try to say, "Hey, am I allowed to do this? I'm gonna try it." If the Constitution say, the Supreme Court say, "Oh yeah, that wasn't technically right. You shouldn't do that." After that happened, did he continue to do said acts?
No.
That's how the Constitution. That's how the Constitution works. A president does something, it gets challenged, and then they either continue doing it, which will be if the Supreme Court say you can't do it, and they continue doing it, would be unconstitutional. If they don't stop and they say, "You're right, we won't do that. We'll try doing this instead." That's how it should work, right?
I think a lot of people are looking at
the Supreme Court said he couldn't do it.
Guys, Biden's also a fascist. I just want to make that clear. I'm not a Biden.
Okay, I'm just saying.
I got a question for you, host. I got a question.
What's up?
Yeah.
So how you feel about him doing away with Veterans Day and stuff like that, and saying that the people that fought in Vietnam,
what the fuck?
Who is getting benefited from Veterans Day? It's all the veterans I know.
Listen. He said that the people that fought in Vietnam, he don't think of them as military veterans because they lost it.
First of all, Veterans Day.
How you feel about that?
I'm gonna answer your question. Veterans Day. I have yet to see anything about Trump taking away Veterans Day. I've never seen
anything on that.
Find me a source.
They mad about it too.
Find me
They
a
out there
source.
protesting about it.
Find me a source. Tell me something to look up so I can find what you're talking about, and I'll look it up. And the second
We
thing,
need facts for that.
you said that he said that the veterans from the Vietnam War are not veterans. Is this part of the whole suckers and losers thing?
What do you mean?
Like someone said that Trump said like one group of veterans, a group of veterans were like suckers and losers or something like that, and it was like it's been debunked. It's like this person Trump never said that, or it came from like one person that said, "Oh, I heard him say this," and everybody's like, no one else there to support him.
Trump didn't say he wanted to remove Veterans Day. He said he wanted to rename it to what was it? Victory Day for World War One. That's what he wanted to rename it to.
Which is actually a better name for it than Veterans Day.
Well, yeah, he did say that. I will give him that. Trump did say he wanted to rename Veterans Day to World War One, and then what was it, May 3rd, Victory Day of World War II or something?
Yeah, but he backtracked on it.
Yeah, which presidents do that all the time, you know?
No, I'm just saying that the other
I would
guy
say
said
this:
that.
Trump says a lot of things, and sometimes it'll be some wild, crazy things, and I'm like, oh yeah, I can't get behind that. And he ends up like a lot of people say, "Yo, Trump, we don't like that," and he changes his mind. I'll say that he does say some crazy stuff.
How you feel about him?
Go ahead.
My bad. How you feel about him dodging the draft?
How do I feel about him dodging the draft? Bruh, I'm gonna be honest, it's effed up, but every rich person was doing that at the time.
Yeah,
no, that was actually kind of bait.
What?
You should have been.
So he get a pass?
Wait,
We're giving him a pass.
I'm not saying. I just said it's effed up. But he was
No, he gave Biden a pass for paying $3 million to Gaza for condoms. What are you talking about?
Muhammad Ali
Gaza for condoms on.
Yes, Muhammad Ali was very famous for dodging the draft, and he got his what was it? His boxing thing taken away.
But the thing is, look at him. I think him dodging the draft was effed up. But me personally, I don't think we should be having a draft because if you look at like they have the reports, the people how they fought in the draft, a lot of people didn't want to kill someone, so they will either like shoot in a different direction, not shoot, which is more detrimental to have less people that just want to be there and just want to fight. That's my personal thing about
being
it.
a free body.
As a communist who avidly hates Trump and what he does, I mean, I think you should have dodged the draft during the Vietnam War because the Vietnam War should not have happened because we were unaliving innocent Vietnamese people.
Name me one country where a communist has actually ever worked.
We're not. This is not gonna be the time for that. We do this all the time. But
trafficking and killing.
You're right.
I mean, I can name a lot.
Actually, fact.
Bro, if you want to be on the communist, if you want me to debate the communists, we could do it tomorrow or the next day. But usually I do that like I try to keep on one particular thing because the Reds will come deep and try to say this, and this, and I'm just like. Me personally, I think all communists fall into one of these four categories or multiple. They're either jealous, evil, lazy, or stupid. And because like if you ever ask them how do you get from what America has now to communism, it's either they don't answer, they don't have a good answer, or they're gonna have to fight for it, which is kind of be like we're gonna be the people they have to fight. But we could adjust that.
The best definition of communism right now is Russia. Russia struggled to take out Ukraine, 9 times smaller, way less people, and they still struggle to take out Ukraine. That's communism.
Ukraine can't win that war.
The same status quo.
Russia's not been.
Ukraine can't win that war, and the only reason Ukraine is even able to challenge Russia is because the rest of the world, or pretty much the rest of the world, is giving them money, giving them support. Giving them like all the technology. The only reason the war in Ukraine and the war in Israel is continuing right now is because the Biden administration, the generals got together and said, you know what? We got these new weapons we want to test. Where can we test them at? That's my conspiracy theory. I'm just gonna say right now. It's just
the other half of that. Those countries took those weapons happily and used them to kill people. That wasn't America that was like, oh, let's go kill people. We'll just send you weapons, because they know these countries are kill happy. They will absolutely take these weapons.
Russia
and murder
hasn't.
people
Wait,
with
hold
no
on.
questions asked.
Murder, unalive, TikTok. Remember we're on TikTok.
Russia hasn't been communist since the fall of the Soviet Union, and even then, I'd argue 1953. But that's all.
I'd want to know where you're getting your information.
Bro, we're not doing the communist thing right now because they're
I feel like your internet's actually holding information from you guys.
What about communism?
Oh yeah.
Wait, Agent Dagon, are you a red?
I'm American.
Okay. I thought you was a commie. Oh.
No. Fuck no. I'm fucking American. Trump all the way, boy.
I thought you was a commie for a second, but okay, we're gonna move past the communist thing.
Y'all would have to boot me out if I was a commie, boy. I shouldn't be here. Shit.
Now I talked to the communists. Some of them are chill people. Some of them are crazy. Like they're passionate and crazy, but I don't got a problem with them. Their ideology, I just don't want it to succeed, and I don't want it to happen.
Yeah.
But my
they
point
believe in withholding information from their own people. If it doesn't suit their ideology, then they will withhold facts from their own people.
But
if you bring somebody up and they say they're a Trotskyist, just drop them.
I don't even know what that is.
We don't claim Trotskyists.
Okay. I think it was
that is not what the majority says, because the majority is supporting the fact that they're hiding information from their own people.
Chill out. We could talk about this tomorrow. Y'all can come back tomorrow. We talk about this, right? So we was on the second part of why Trump is a fascist because of the 14 things of fascism, right?
Yeah, 14 tenets of fascism.
Okay, and you said that he was like against human rights and he was against the Constitution, and he also said he would do something that people consider constitutional. He would get tried in the court, and when the Supreme Court said, "Yo, you can't do that," but nice try, he would stop doing it. Right? We agreed on that, right?
Yeah.
So I don't see how that's unconstitutional. Now,
he showed disdain for the Constitution multiple times.
Yeah, but he didn't forcefully go out of his way to break the Constitution. He respected the rule of the Constitution and stopped in his tracks. That's the point of being a citizen of the United States. You may not like it, but the fact that he respected it and didn't go through with it by just signing an executive order is the whole thing that debunks that.
Okay, he did say he does talk about, I don't like how the Constitution put limits on me for certain things that he want to do, but he abides by those limits nonetheless.
The exact quote he said it called for termination of certain articles and regulations, even those found within the Constitution.
He would have to do a constitutional convention and get like some majority votes and add an amendment to the Constitution. There's a process to do it, and if he's not going to do it that way, then he shouldn't do it at all. I just feel like he's just talking about like, I don't like this thing particularly, so he's just saying he don't like that thing particularly, but he's still.
You forget Trump is a businessman. He might be president, but at the end of the day, he grew up a businessman, which means he's always going to come out with an idea. You may not like the idea, but he's going to follow the rules, which is what he's been doing. He hasn't just straight up said, "Oh, I'm now permanently president for the next 20 years." No, he's following the rule. He was president once, left his term after he was supposed to, and then he became president again. And now he's doing the same thing, but the only difference is he kind of checked his mouthpiece this time. Because first presidency, he wasn't good at that mouthpiece.
He was wilding a lot.
But now, he was wilding, and that's what I'm not gonna lie. He is a part of the reason why the Black Lives riots started, because like that mouthpiece was not a good mouthpiece.
Some of the stuff Trump was saying in the first president, he was like, I'm like, yo, chill out, like, bruh, like, okay, some of him, you kind of going a little too far, but like, come on, I'll say that sometimes he was a little wilding with that mouth, but he wasn't saying anything. If you really look what he meant, you'll be like, okay, I understand what you're trying to say, but just don't say it like that again, big dog. Come on. That's how I feel particularly about his first administration.
I'll take $1.83 gas and a mean tweet any day.
Yeah, he was doing some savage tweeting. I'm not gonna lie. Like, chill out, big dog. But I feel like a lot of things he do, especially when he says something that controversial, he knows anything he says, the liberal media is just gonna run with it, and he's just like, you know what? At this point in time, most people are like the liberal media. Yeah, we seen what you did with the daggone the COVID. We seen you did with Trump. We actually did our research ourselves, and we was like, yeah, that's kind of crazy. So he's doing it now because people don't really care what the liberal media is saying. They'll look at it themselves if they think something he says is just too wild and it's too far gone.
But what was the third point of
for a
him being
second? When I was a kid, the media used to tell us the news, and we decided how to think about it. Now they tell us how we feel, and we got to decide whether it's bullshit or not.
Exactly.
Got a bunch of ill-minded people in the media right now.
So what was the third thing?
Yeah, let's move to number 3 on how Trump is a fascist.
Before he doesn't claim number 2. So what was number 3?
Number 3 is identification of enemies and scapegoats as a unifying cause. Whether
Like
that
the left did to Donald Trump?
Are you gonna say that he's saying that the illegal immigrants are the enemies, and that's what he's trying to do?
Democrats aren't left.
No, who is Trump saying is the enemies of America and stuff like that?
Marxists. Like he's very rampant about like getting Marxist education out of schools, whatever
That's
that
a
is.
good thing.
No, there is no Marxist education in school. He's using it as a scapegoat.
Bro, you don't live in
defund the
America. What
Department
do you
of
know
Education.
about that in our schools, bro?
Wait, you don't live in America, post punk?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, he said he lives in Appalachia.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We also got to understand that Donald Trump isn't a politician.
Yeah, which is good, I think.
But the point of like,
I mean,
things
he
like-
up in politics and he's not a politician. I don't know.
the point of me bringing up like getting Marxist education out of schools is that it's not happening, and he's using it as a scapegoat.
No, he said he wanted to get the woke ideology out of school,
No,
telling
this was-
2-year-olds they could be women when they're boys.
No, Marxist education. That's literally what he said within Agenda 47.
Whoa. We said Agenda 47, but should we have Marxist education in America?
But it's not happening. He's using it
he's
as
saying
a
it's not
scapegoat.
happening. But
it can't happen
I
in
got
a
a question.
day. That actually has to go through a lot of courts and law and actually a lot of approval before you can just change up an entire United States school system. Like that actually is going to take like a year or two before that. actually
Hold
comes
on.
into effect.
I'll find
You guys, it's almost 12 o'clock, and I try to get at least 6 hours of sleep. So I'll call.
Sleep.
Wait, hold on. I found it.
What's up? After this point, we're gonna have to go. All right.
Yeah, look. Protecting students from the radical left and Marxist maniacs infecting educational institutions.
Bro, a lot of the teachers are daggone Marxists.
No,
you got some
my-
crazy
my-
Marxist liberal teachers and stuff like that. That's
My English teacher is like openly, outwardly anti-communist. Like he talks about it almost every.
How old are you?
I still hold the same views of communism.
I'm a senior. I'm a senior year.
Oh,
you
a
thought he was
kid.
Christian. He was still
I'm in high school.
Oh, God.
You legit. Oh my goodness. You a
He's gonna
youngin.
get your live taken down before midnight.
No, I'm 18. That's how.
You
Oh, thank
18?
God.
Okay. But you still, bruh. Only young people be communists and stuff like that because they
No,
seem.
I don't. Look up.
You need to go work a
TikTok.
40-hour job.
Look
with
up
concrete for a while
TikTok
and
on one of my mutuals. He's called Mayoist. That's his name. Hold on, I'll
Maoist?
type it. It's some play on words with like Mayo.
Isn't it like Maoist? Like, cause like the Mao from the Chinese Communist Party.
Yeah.
or something like that?
It's like a play on words.
Wait, so
Bro.
do you like Mao?
And he's like 40.
Do you like Mao?
Yeah.
Do you know how many innocent people he killed?
He didn't kill. He didn't
Hurt,
kill.
unalived. I'm sorry, unalived.
He unalived landlords. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so you agree with that?
No, but you understand, like, there's a difference between, like, there's a difference between, like, how landlords are now and how they were in, like, the Chinese,
He
society.
sold crops overseas and let his people starve.
Not true.
Yes, it is.
Bruh.
Where are you getting
Hey, yo,
that info?
tomorrow.
What?
Tomorrow we could come back and we could talk about the daggone commies and stuff right there. I think this
Out
is?
here thinking
I
it's
just
good,
want to
out here
make
saying
this.
that shit ain't true, bro. You tripping, bro.
Hold on, I just wanted to make
Appalachia. They
this.
obviously teaching some whack shit over there, bro.
I just wanted to make this like clear. This one point: landlords in like the feudal society that Mao lived in are 100% different than like
Bro,
how
you
they.
just starve your civilians.
Bro, we got. Hey yo, we could. Hey yo, let's come back tomorrow around 7-8. We could talk about why the commies are bad. We could do that tomorrow. But let's. If y'all want to
Gotta
say anything
watch out
before
for
we
posts,
go,
bro. Dead ass.
if y'all want to say anything before we go ahead and say it before I close the live out. All right.
Semper
Hey, make it around 4 so we can invite this
wait.
young man back.
Wait, I found the guy's account. His name is Spicy Mayo.
All right. But that. All right. Anyone got something they want to say before you go?
Semper.
Did someone say Semper Fidelis?
Yeah.
No, I said Fortis.
Oh, the Navy. Ew.
I said I was in the Navy.
I know. I'm just making the jokes now. The Navy, bro.
Oh, okay.
That's where all the booty goons are at.
All right, Jarhead.
That's all the booty. Bro, the Navy is just the Uber for the Marines. That's all y'all are, to be honest. Y'all just take us from point A to B.
FMF, all right? I go out with the Marines on combat
Hey,
zones,
yo,
all right?
yo, what's up, Doc? You a Doc?
Yeah.
Bro, when I was in the Marines, right? Like, we have, like, the hair correlations. I was like, gotta be up here high and tight. I would get mine a little lower. One of my chief officers, he was like, oh, HM2. I'm like, I ain't no HM2 because my haircut was so low. I was like, dang. That was funny. Because y'all have those lax regulations and stuff because y'all ain't about that life. I'm just saying. All right. Anyone got anything they want to say before we go? Communism bad, though.
Nah, it's cool.
Thank you for your service and thanks for having me up. You need a damn moderator in this room.
I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to set up moderators and stuff like that.
You gotta click on their
I'll send you DM.
click on their profile, and you hit the three dots in the corner, and you can click add moderator.
Let me see this. Click on their profile. It says mute, turn off, expand, disconnect.
It should say add moderator somewhere in there.
I'm doing this on the computer.